properties that are in their names, their joint names, or sometimes in their, in their individual names, are as follows. We have number 2 Stream Park Drive, Mayfair Estates, LA, that is La Accra. For that, they deposited, and we have the deposit slip as well as the receipt from the estate developer, $1 million United States of American dollars. Number 6, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, La Accra. Deposit 500,000 United States of America. That's American dollars. That's the initial deposit. All right. Then we have number 7, Edith Avenue, Mayfair, of American dollars deposited for the property. Number 8, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, La Accra, 97,815 United States of American dollars was deposited for that property. But we are sure that other cash payments were made to complete the purchase and then the transfer of ownership. So we are tracing all those documents. Number 9, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, 270,000 United States of American dollars deposited, initial deposit for the purchase. Number 10, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra, 150,000 United States of American dollars deposited. Now he also owns a company known as Vertex Properties. Vertex Properties, and we trace the proceeds of crime to Vertex Properties also. They have, Vertex Properties owns 27 houses located at Oyarifa. Each house costs, an estimated cost of 295,000 United States of American dollars. We also know that they have 2 properties in London that we are tracking, and I'm going to trigger the mutual legal assistance between the United Kingdom and Ghana for us to be able to lay hands on those properties. Now we also know we've been following the bank transactions very closely, and we know that on February 11, 2020, they made a 16 million fixed deposit from the payment received from BNC Security. This was from the initial payment of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis. On April 3rd, 2020, Mr. Dubois alone withdrew 7,250,000 Ghana cedis, okay, in cash. He withdrew that in cash. This payment came out of the second transfer of the 21 million from BNC National Security to BNC, his private company. On April 24th, 2020, 1.5 million cash withdrawal was made. On the same day, he made payments to a real estate company to the tune of 1,566,000. So you see the coincidence, okay, of the transactions. February 6, 2020, Mr. Dubois then transferred an initial amount of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis, that is from the National BNC's operations account at Fidelity Bank to the private BNC account at UMB. Official documentation on the transfer revealed that the amount was for the payment of cyber defense system software, which the National BNC was buying from ISC Holdings in Israel. Mr. Dubois, in effect, transferred the money from the National BNC to his private company, the private BNC. A review of the transactions on the bank accounts reveals that once the funds from the National BNC landed in the account of his private BNC at UMB Bank, Mr. Dubois caused his private BNC to transfer an amount of 9,537,520 Ghana cedis to ISC Holdings in Israel. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was the Ghana cedi equivalent of 1,750,000 United States of American dollars. To justify or facilitate the transfer of the 9.5 million, Mr. Edugwahi fraudulently attached a copy of the Government of Ghana ISC contract as well as an invoice which he held out as an invoice issued by ISC Holdings Limited or in respect of the Government of Ghana ISC contract. On March 18th, 2020 and March 30th, 2020 respectively, he again transferred 21 million Ghana cedis from the National BNC Director's account at Fidelity Bank to the same private BNC account at UMB. The narration of the transaction indicated that it was for the payment of the cyber defense systems that the National BNC was buying. The transfer from the National BNC's account brought the total transfers that he made to his private BNC to 49 million Ghana cedis. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was exactly the Ghana cedi equivalent of 7 million United States of American dollars. In respect of SkyTrain, we can confirm that the 2 million was paid at the request of the chairman of the board of directors of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, that is GIIF, Prof. Ameya Ikunfi, and then the CEO, Mr. Solomon Asamoah, who is currently hiding in Senegal. We tracked him first and noticed that he was in South Africa. So he left Ghana somewhere around February 2nd, the 2nd of February, to South Africa. So we were monitoring him in South Africa. And then he left South Africa and is now in Senegal. When we contacted him, he told us that he will not come to Ghana until I think he didn't say April, 3 months from now. Okay, so he's giving us 3 months to come to Ghana, very much like Ken Oforiatta, right? It reminds me of Ken Oforiatta. So he says he will come to Ghana in 3 months. So we are patiently waiting for him. If he wants to be tried in absentia, that is his choice to make. But we have the prosecutorial authority to prosecute him in absentia. And of course, the person who acted with him to transfer that money, the Prof. Ameya Ikunfi, is in the country. So if there is going to be delay, we'll start the prosecution with him being a suspect who is being tried in absentia. So on the SkyTrain, we noticed that there was no board approval for the transaction and the conditions precedent to disbursement had not been met.
TVS was at and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics near 2-3 and CDU 37 at BBC Street, the heart of Accra, Usu, editor in all the 16 regions across the country, north, south, east, and west. Maybe Abefabia, our northern regional capital, Tamale, Kesmi, 107.1 FM, body in the Savannah region. We are live on Inkligi, FM Sanso, and WFM, our in the upper west region. Yubromu, our upper east regional stations, Miensa, Zeps FM, our Zebila Pusiga, Wingpang Sampa, one day FM, Kremu, and a source, 100.1 FM, so our Bokwa, almost so Ejugumoha, Enye, Asem Ketua, for regional capital, Aya Gosun, Ananum, 92.5 FM, Duno FM, was Sound Korea, call a year Bono regional, Tiny 90.9 FM on Soko, Sanso, and Ansuma FM, our Nkra, Unquanta, every Bono region, Kovota, regional capital, from Montemo. no yenu anu ma fire live o global 105.1 FM Western Regional Capital Takrade yedem e sharp 106.9 FM Ziama Elembele Lands and Natural Resource Minister Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Amabua ni krom Ziama Elembele yedem e Western 100.3 FM everywhere nianko oti region niwa 79.7 FM okete krache Honorable Helen Adwan Toso MP for Krache West Sami Wata Dr. Samuata ho sansu ne ko KFM okpasa Honorable Tibles abeton peso so and the capacity sports minister Honorable Kofi Adams na beton peso so oti region ko efe wo se buem ho na jase kan ne patamu nyina no buem FM ejigumu ewo ha enye asemketo Central region Adom Soundscape Coast Kotokraba Market ena Rich FM so ewo asinfo su ni nyina ewo mfimfin mantemo London ya GFM Radio Fire Life Radio na Resource of America Associate FM of Virginia omo nyina ekro bi Facebook Live Power 979 TV SYZ Ghana sanso on YouTube SYZ Broadcasting dine enda so remaining Mugabe Maase the capacity man at colleague bigger number 5 mijina me defended and then my excellency John Dramani Mahama ene aban appointees nyina no number 5 defender we gina chiri ya o head chiri mamo no Mugabe Maase the capacity man esemo ho na awie ye wo se ma afefo ne atifo so hu ne ekoso ewo manum eno the Black Stars of Ghana as I said it yesterday it was a demolition exercise at its best 3-0 ewo Morocco far away in Morocco ya jesi utimu se eno the Black Stars of Ghana I mean first and second goal ni na free Abrantia friend said Thomas Partey who plays his football for Arsenal in the Barclays Premiership obon homodin English Premiership no obon homodin ye papa ya utumi ebon homodin na Kudus who also plays football for West Ham United in the English Premier League on Sutiminya third goal no Edmine so far 2 matches 8 goals Ghana ya top group no with 15 points ya just say enei obi abeka say Ghana ye wo advantage say you betimi qualify for 2026 World Cup Canada Mexico and Canada United States of America nti Canada mami ensan Mexico, Canada, and United States of America. Amami and Sena Kambuma, Omo Ehusu 2026 a year where a FIFA World Cup, ya enye asem Ketwa Krakra. The last edition, and it was in 2022, ya just say a year Qatar, and it to me Ehusu here for the first time Obeka said on the Asian soil, ya just say. Umutimi who's to work up man or to me say capacity World Cup pa and it to me ekoso no ni nyina no so no ye be to me akoso na hwe ne ekoso enei sembe NSC Dr. Baumia akodo donate 200,000 cash ne dey da sugu awom ho ama 1,000 bags of cement said eja fire victims ekoso ewo edum no omuntumi enfanye na omo enfa emwa ehonse mewe ensema eno so ekoso saso ena Minister of Communication abo Samuel George Sam George yo member of parliament for Ningo Plan wa tutubi dia mane former communications minister Mami Esla also ensembe ena woka ho ensem nyina no ensembe na deputy attorney general ono so slim sai wodi aba betudwa oni nyina so fa edubo ahen ni arrest no ni yire hu nsem no bubwa ena bobo ba ni nyina yesema yebem wate ewo dwumedie so na wosu ho ni koso ene henade mi videos eyimaw na wobeti ensema nkasa ewo dwumedie so mi medical aka acho say baby e wo sisi ano ye reset and John Mahama His Excellency was starting very well and then for the first time in the history of our books under the Fourth Republic, Eid al-Fitr, a period of 30 days when our brothers and sisters in the Muslim community omofase esre boniface enimpuntu asundwe edima busuafo ene o man we no enei ye kasei interior minister honorable Muntaka member of parliament for Asanwase wodi aba betu dwase said His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promise Ghana for say ya na yenuane muslimi fo no edu salad day na say Eid al-Fitr o Eid al-Adha o sa two occasions ye nuanu muslimi for sa eye holidays no mo no eye the late president under the Fourth Republic His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings and to me yenhye ya yetimi nya 2 holidays e de ma homo Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha Sabria make say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e woni manifesto mu 2024 eye manifesto a Ghana for her so de to aba e de ma na obedi mampanyin no wodi tu mu say wo ba obema mu 2 days holidays and I shall say yejuma Resatina say yejuma in the Muslim community Resatina yejuma ama eye national chief imam Dr. Sheikh eye Shaributu ne mane ne nana mu nyina nyame ya adoma Monday omu frɛ nyame wi a ade achi Tuesday a yebedi mu asa aka ho baraka de sala edam 2 days the also a Muslimi na no be president here die no oba ye watimi ama atime anya hwe afa ma eye the Songo communities under the previous administration yet Zongo ministry Nesu yedai nana dugu no. But under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and ye mame eye Prof Nana Jane, ye mame Lordina Mahama eye first lady. For the first time under the Fourth Republic, Muslimi for Eid al-Fitr benya 2 days holidays. It is our weekend ya babe simu. A long weekend. Yaba chele Friday anyumre, ni achele Saturday, ni achele Sunday, ni achele Monday, ni achele Tuesday, na yaba juma Wednesday. Yes. When your friend say wase ade yo no. Ni did His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Isemu se jatabe ma ba wonsi soma sa no am. Me say number 5 ne mabwa mouse. Sansa ne ma we nyina ne ma papa. Brahma Mahama, salam alaikum. Minia Dayan, baby I will be a Dayan, salam alaikum. Frankalo, capacity man, Frankalo, salam alaikum. Mumwa Chumano Mwa, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Dr. Kalistus Mahama, salam alaikum. Capacity executive secretary to the president. Winnie size, the whole Ghana winnie size. Mo boy Jumano papa. Mama eye Jubilee House aya kono. Mese mama Jubilee House aya kono. Dr. Kalistus ene honorable Julius Abramo ye mami Valerie Soyamo mama Jubilee House aya kono. Ekamafo babi abefa bia me nuanom kamafo no o mani age. Si amamu 2 days holidays. Babi abefa bia. Minia Diane Wasimuga and Ekramofone Chomu nyina mame. Office of the President. Mechacha munyina. Diane Yamia Shawa Metiasie, Dr. Kalisu Samia Shawa Metiasie, Minia Ba Eye Valerie Soya, Dr. Yamia Shawa Metiasie. Muye too much. Mukoni say ya, amamwoni kwa yiye. Amamwe. Direction ne kwa yiye papa. Gise obi a woni vision. And we be complaining. Less than 3 months in office. In the security services. In the police service. First time I change IGP. Na post for you jubilate. First time I change security services and penifua. No be a jubilate. What did they be our baby? Yes. Leader now only did this country will be away as a for. He have won a Muslim court teno. Or do watema de Magana. It was a reset Ghana ni ye. Me say na na Akufo-Addo qualify sing na AFCON ye 2 goals. Qualify sing ye 2 goals. Jomama before Black Stars no ye tia na ka che say on pay omo visit unannounced okwa am from omo wan say we do omo training camp and pass what they say oyo. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Salam alaikum my senior brother. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. Nyame bless you, no bless you, no bless you. What is your mama Lordina Mahama, Prof Nana Jane, Honorable Julius Abramo, Dr. Kalisu, Dr. Valerie Soyamo, ya papa, ya Prosper Bani, Mugabe Maase, OP retired Kofi Boachemo, Nyamishamo Frankalomo, Nyamishamo Anyamo Kase Brahma, Nyamishamo no Anyamo Kase, Mabwajuma, Mr. Alfred Mahama, Peter Mahama, Makiel Minyaba Hawa Mabwa Juma na enaya kasei wona ma wuti de bia bia mu just as a micro minority for no mu ne yedede na dede na mu ye nyina so kosia gasei kosia ga we mo say prosecute to no they infringe the law and no one muteni here I'm sending a warning to them said no one is above the laws of this country no one etiachi obia na fe de yakobo owia ho anwa fie sani pono wote oburu mraso ana sani pono wote chachuchi kata sani pono wote the late Victor Solomon sani pono wote honorable Dan Abodapi shut up mukama nutum attorney general ya wajuma die ne hu sise forta attorney general de oya ogara yati ha ekofo dodo se no prosecute omu ofia in the media fraternity bobia say bona bongo wahine babo ma ye bona bongo bisa hu se asepamo ensantwefo dodo sen na attorney general we wonu omugina court and now some opposition me catch down IGP ahoma no da bia no me catch down pare say ahoma no eboye wu ebedu be bi no be yi ato ho and now say tat na kodi yi hunu ho capacity IGP obo adwuma no yes emre ye ninka so se Ghana for the 2 million shawon sama make sure say we best serve the good people of this country no I mean you see for what God and country yes and ekano fantastic what you see you are come and serve wo man no say we number bia you di make say nipa wo you corrupt me the last thing me and me ni hona me wu ne me ba gosse ne princess any Julius any Adepa Amina wo munama ye be ka show me so omo papa no odi nukure yes credibility no ho man with integrity o journalist na no jeje bribe no journalist na wo command bibi kakra bia no odi atoro no me wotumi fa bribe mba me fie ni majuma ne se me ha ma joma ma succeed very well it is a way appointee now you are going to say yes menya galamse obey galamse a mema jomahama afaya without any delay bia me say mema jomahama afaya me hu say we engage ewo eye galamse na me hu say we government appointee under this eye administration papa we ya na me hu say the animguase ba ma jomahama mema na afaya yes take it or leave it minya evidence ne clear me de ba ko ne nchen ka je say senior brother uni say we mean to me defend you so yanya ne dan ne a show ne exit akufo ado a wode ne be se ne pietum kwa na ota no ho what you see mo duoma we ya bro na ya wo de hwe ba position a say dubu ahen ye kana semu ne position ne position kakraka bi asa o ba hwe de waye 27 houses na da no beda sei wo wo de be ko hen ye ko bi se o alaji what they say ayimu papa mu swami magazine mame satin free kumase na nata ya na namba yesi akwamo ene womo makeka kumase skafo ya womo omo count asifo oye 15th ya na edi ni mame 1 week ewu kumase swami division school park oye run transport mi ame ofa oye makwa free me ko secondary school me so ane ma o metire so press and brass me ko bolga station anye yi no matiasi mo krofom me du wa say me nana bra ene je fato ho na adwada na o de ko school nipa bro nti du be ne kasa e wo se nipa ya dan e bi o maso nipa ba ko properties awa akwai na obi pe singing room kurada wunya by chance and a wunya adum mitio and the useless president watchamu no wama appointment ya enei adaya wodo Mayfair estate just say edam akoma ko by 27 ni nyina a gated minute anyina ya wodia na se we na kamba no kura no na kanu ne ba no we dabo ma no wo mu no anya we ya na kana kasa ne dia no ono so wade aye o man na kana kasa no I mean that time na kasa no ne ma na aye we mu na that time na kasa no timi mini nipa no wono dia no aye o man o ma melke wo man we And the useless thing that they are doing. Woma kwa kwa tra brochire ana omo kire da omo peso mo be de omo beba. Hey, and this mamu ma yenye week. Me John Mahama, he has started very well. I will continue to defend him morning, afternoon, day and night. JMA will defend you. And me say, Mama ma yenye loose. Sa talkative macro minority leader na wanu omu obi a organ ha wo fili say emra ya juma organ ha ani yate Ghana ha ema aye Canada Japan jaja watena asem so wotumi ka kire say jaje no wo be hia no na wo be hu die besie chief justice no organ ha no ni Ghana ha ni wo city chief justice organ ha Ghana emra ya juma wo be timi tena radio so he say he spread them on. The word spread SPURRED. You see Mugabe, he spread them on. Come 4 months. You was sitting MP at that time. He sorted the whole sitting judge on his own case. Why scandalize it? I court no. Neo chief justice Wagana. What way? Can I Japan and the judge and transfer to different region. And the first said this will happen under this administration, whereby judiciary, I'm out for the contrary radio cinema, the judges at them, ya we do massem. See, ya reset Ghana every sector. Yes, ya reset Ghana. I will fire without fear or favor. There was a sitting chief justice in this country. When Canada Japan insulted that sitting judge, high court judge. What happened in this country? Yet Jupiter now at Mass. You don't have to live in fears. So many people who nipa because we call them my lord. You're from my lord. Yeah, taxpayers in the Tramuka. Yes, he can judging you Tramuka at the end of the month. A whole MP. Yeah, on no system right our parliament. Etna Ghana had the attempt at the high court judge attempt. We see. Yeah, I think we have free chief justice. So you better say judge and your transfer. Yes. Obaya woman o ko do America no adan wa kodi sai high court judge no di na sem e New Jersey no adan wa kodi na tam ho because e ho na mra na ye adwuma utimi ni judge atam fa ho ni. Yes, the lawyer say kasa omo say sa nas no wa another case wo Ghana ha obeba. Local champions go to America, go to United Kingdom. Go for them no timi kwa outside ekodi asema Ghana edibim. Debia zero. Amomo tiana mo ye unanimous decision 9-7. Montana mo sa just a matter of time. Obi nim de be sit na hu. O minor yo mo ne achichiri ni aye man ni nie. America o kwa yo mo Supreme Court nyina o mo how many judges. Go and do your checks and find out. They are highly respected. We sit here and the former national security minister say the way judgment a one side a threat to the national security, and we didn't take it serious. Yeah, there are some court here say eduru mmerano so a yisi ne baba be yina no eduru wa well dodge so oma. Yes, oma ya temo no yet o man mo matane sifo timi firi o mo man mo beduru Ghana ha. No more bad mining, Ghana, illegal mining, Galamsey. Excavators, you would free in a buy. What would you see? Car soon a fire him. For us now, Mukomo, no man for Crabia say, Uma for Crobiamo, or Henna or Honodian. Under that useless administration, it is over. Yet the administration, Papa Bar, what Uber Mekiswa say, illegal mining, no, a best hoppy. Yes. By any Pabia soon, who are betting my be. We be a mesema majoma fire. Yes, that's an angel sleeping on Muku. And you see, blood a bit to me, seen it. Sapati, Yesica. Into 2 gallons say, yes, say, and what about this? No, River Pra na where we have Brim, Kufado na Kurum, Brim, or chain it was so environmentalist or somewhere. The GMPCC can hear their codia for their sponsor, or no, their own money or so money. Shake. Mumu timi to I have for a moment on where Timmy and Mobrim home by. I mean, a brim mutimino. Net your mamma down Roman or no bay and sue the mamma, a Kufado administration or Baby say Musu. Where your president? A friend, you're president, Papa. Ya Ghana ever found to my pefra. When say the change, when a boy on the 7th day of January 2024, and that's soon baby. Look at Black Stars. Your boss are to me, and they are 5, near 3. You quite weak was 3, near 5. Sure. Someone will say, yes, how many goals? 2 matches, and yes, how many goals? Say, I break it 8. First match 5, second match say 3, the other say 8. Thank you. You are breaking 8. Ghana ball possession. See about 57 point. Oh, Anderson Kasamutie. Ball possession. You about saying you about 57%. Me boy. Thank you. Your mama will win about how many percent? You about 57.7%. Your mama will win about how many percent? But we are say 37 to 38%. Kwatake child for on home match no omunya ball possession omunya say. We are resetting. The angels are working. Yes. The angels are working. Ghana bedi yebim. Ghana na mimi no on the 6th of March 1957. Yeah 68 years. Yeah timinya toothpick. Match is create timinya no. Ghana yeah reset Ghana. Yes. And I'm happy. Minim deti I will be complaining at this time. President Otas onya 3 months will be complaining at this time. Joma menya minu mi no nyina support. Se beta na chi na go deliver. Yes. Amisa Alhaji Haruna Alidu. Dabia no atia honorable Timothy no mata honorable Ashama honorable Sorogo aye former ambassador to Czech Republic and mama her excellency lawyer Zita Benson no mu defend it. So mo di wo baby how. But they are still defending the government and the party. Others are sleeping. Others are sleeping because they are bitter. Honorable Aduasare always maybe abefre ni bia obeba. Honorable Namole maybe abefre ni bia obeba. Others are sleeping. Because they think say a more appointment. Yes. We are over 33 million in this country. About 6 million Ghanaians voted for Jomama Meboana. Yes. Your support to Papa no succeed. Mimi obi a mempe complain. Mimi de metimi aya mempe complain. Si mu sa mafo complain a omu wutimi am hisa say why do you complain? Obi if 27 houses what when you here one in the number land on someone. Yes. 25 and I mean over be debi. You be over sika nyina so wontumi na. Wanya sika sa wontumi na. You be wanya wiase sika nyina na so yare enti anije ne fie. Hwe wiase de nyame be yama wo bia ma woni so. Sa obada sore na wo ahoden tachireman edi omu afusa ne na wo kona mojayi na mu na wo kona wo ba no enye ni panyina ne nya ne saa wo. Yes. Obi da ya wan sore. My classmate me in the school SS 98 Joseph Asamoah what die man Sunday anopetutu na me na for soldier for frame me say Asamoah is no more. Me ko kuma say on na manager. You ko kuma say bia enam bia nanam. Yes. He's gone. And then will be birthday. And now will be a woo. Actually will be bewu. Actually will be birthday. Actually will be and then will be. Di nyame be yo bia ye den fanisa wate e bia masa ankenye nyame wo na kwan wo de fa so ni bibia ene yi me kan sam na akere wo futuo su ewom na de akọ so ewo kumase no ijana esiye no se ba omi akọ donate iska Choba ansa Palogo Dam. Any PDS. You ready course you come say.
Na no fiada. Asema miti no na enye asende. Ko hwe so TV so. Na me hu say ejom ha nyina ehye. na me da mintiminda nipa omwa hwere omwa jepade nipa e juma ha 21 years the jepade nyina hye obeden na wedidi obeden na wehwe no ma na me say na member ha na member shamodi member mamu yako na me so member fire service so omwa abaso me hu say omu ye juma pa ye ka say nipa mienu a omu wo konfo no chise me pese me bo omu abaso ye nim de esi nipa say eye dum so ebi mo say eye electrical board so ye pese omu ye ifemunu ye mo ye investigation hu de bibia esi na ye hu a said ye be hu kwan bia be fa so na torin chema be si MW na ye pese ye tamochi adwen a mudi abase mu pese musi sa market mu amusi no minum ye adwen pa minum obi a na o ha no gise oda so wa ha ye wie enti ye be mamu moa minum se aban so beboa media me baaye de misika bottom kakra 200,000 Ghana cedis 2 billion we are made 1,000 bags of cement so ebeka ho na omodi abremo enti we tamochi baby come wana akami enti ebetamochi sa na yake na mo apeja bi na mo bounce back so yeah
hey Baolaya oda so na ma asabo wase odinisika 200,000 Ghana cedis eni 2 billion ena cement 1,000 bags kaje tia wei ene edum ene npatam yi na wase kamusiesie yatia na kaje tia market ejato ba bi kakra ba bi adwoma ama ye no mutwi mani fi mwanfi wo mo adwadifo ne kasa wa ha mwanfi wo mo why desperate o mutimi tena opposition ne wo hyehye na we wase ba wodi so muda mokowe wo ma ko the Islamic community or promises say region bia obama o mo brand new secondary school muko bisa se ba kokoro timi si ya o siska no de bebre mo forget it moti ana abaye a okoto nyom no was so person break Guinness book hwan record what ba my friend say asante wa meboa zamate de ekoso monte sa ba ya na kasa we sheba say to what discover bremo ntimaje edi asante man ye pe political party o mutimisi market NDC na wo pese ohun a ebisima no hono na no ho a kejetia market wo mu ba he no first two na no se komo ye no mo ye ya na o manye first two no mo ye ya na se mo anye nti BBC a ni afa ho o pese o se yi ni 2028 na 2028 wo yi uti awe a obawie no na mate se ache mafia fo no so de brana champion na beba hey MPP for mo ba wi 2028 mo ba wi na mo adwuma jomama eba bebo no wasate kora bodada munnim die free through back makwa akopeda de eche bi kora hye yesi ya mama banene ya Ghana for mama banene mama bachuna you will not come anywhere near power again what share ni atete amoma kumasi adwadifo fa mu ye maame mo moti apatam kumasi dwem o how ni atete amane ya mudi mo fa mu in 8 years so me magazine for spare parts dealers as a dom PZ mo kan say PZ po segole ne patamu how amafo ne ko Dubai ko fa niema amafo ko take China Korea ko fa niema spare parts dealers na info nyina ene omodwa tire nyina ahye nti munya de mo ye no your regional minister woni madwuma yes your original minister for Dr. Amwakohene abrata ne nyame anhia na mete ase ye wanim difo wa asante matama omu ba fra na ben wo mo itu ba bi so oje afutu a waje afutu satema nra otumfo se otote kokoso won hwema ne nana ne mfeli dota mo akohene piao asante man hwema wo mfeli Mugabe me hwema wo mfeli anemotu a wutu ye enne sa fire ensensem ho ye maame eye mawusi ya wona ya fire chief fire boss with the whole Ghana and motu amutu ye ni seselesi mudru eye kumase tetetem so making sure say ijane dum no Ghana Armed Forces minti minyimu mfrim police service yehonu IGP hunu team minti minyimu mfrim mabo adwuma ye bomba baso the various security services ye bomba baso e wo se kumase jadum no munyi politics ni se njen fantastic na o ti wase o ye PRO na abra wo jomama ye position na atwen kwase asem e wo social media so wa check wa woni position e kura no ado anu kwa na qualify so ye PRO e wo eye fire service mu mpam no ankwa many abama wusi sa kwafo we nya kwafo a wase ma omo ban ye meeting bi kwaso anu mo tena mu biu omo kwa koton baby amo kwa kwatena ye meeting no sam kasa mafo no so mo tena mu bi na omo ne santwerefo adi nkomo we mutumi ne wo mopo transfer ni fa ne ko baby a said another pare on pe wasama no transfer wo de wa kwa kwahye baby no boss fasata bongarat for to mamobi to ha asem fosu to gambaga sefasata capacity PRO in the police service timi transfer papa we to tono kunesa with immediate effect and a love letter oba ya ne de ahye wonsem love letter no the green pen actually dan pare signature ne ye green pen ma o say wom na woko we hey sa papa we me de ohun say obi a say ono onya card bearing member of any political party na then ya hu ma no mukasama police service check their names baby am be ko bi am person mo ya politics baby am person no me let me give credit to the fire firefighters omo ebu dundum jani fire service one omo ya adwuma papa and that a response from their boss so we to me for play kodu kumase to make sure say anyama ba to tokura no at that particular moment na ma me free akoye no wose e bona baso ye de ne ba da ben abanda dana no wateso no abawe ba ya no wa procure bibia wo wakoto bibia fire tenders dia atamesin Muhammad Tama na papa Dr. Gezi wo mode ba eno ana da so obesi ne akufo do ba wa to fire tender ba kokura ene bra ha da bia wo musi e wo hade metete ne say ba wo mia brosan to so be 28 e wo usua dia tete ne say ba wo mia ne si sa dan no dia tete no media mini documents bia but the teacher say ba wo me na esi sada no ene jato ho am bedum no hin fire tender na amode ba ye no ni be kwa dum say ja no abrosa no so ana mo poni amode to ho no adate atete ne 27 houses na matoto no e jato ho a e didi ne be kwa dum ja no useless people ya monye di say papa we ya waba no obetimi resource fire service penifo no matimi anya fire tenders enema and the new technology uko UK uko UAE omo buildings atete no bibisia quick response ni edum ja no ye ma ne ma usi betimi asanse ne bia aba but wa the one say nyansa sem on say kan say we PRO wo challenge regional minister who bondog Tigana ha ne yeso sansam fon so Tigana ha and yes and yet tweety amanfo nya opportunity tweety no sabi o maka nkwase azem. That PRO must be fired as soon as possible without delay. Some culture say me odozia ewo Lakeside Estate. Sa shaibu na wo ho no commander na wo ho no. Yeah, me makachiro. This administration, no soldier. So obakwa se okwa akoye land guard adwuma. No police, so okwa akoye land guard. Me se me afaya wo. Me se me mami ayeden, mami afaya wo. Would that fear or favor? Me say me gather evidence na me nkwa bibia me money pay kan asemo. Amanfo nsa say na police commanders be adane wo mo land gas. And one say enkwata nipa we enkwata nipa we. Nipa wo ma for the past 8 years. E Ghana ha nipa ye ku wo innocent souls wo ku wo. Extrajudicial killings across war in this country. My viewers and my listeners, you have no idea. Let's move on. Capacity man at Tankolega Biga Mugabe Maase. The man with the 900 million angels. Fugumu yesha no ya steady. Yes. And ton market baby. Yes, at Tankolega na the man. New bianzu ne betimi ashe. Power to the people. Honorable Sam George Aya Communications Minister Wakasa. Na watutu bi di amane ye mame esla usu. Ne sem okan ye me pese media kan me pese etie free Honorable Sam George na enum.
For anyone to have told us that they bought Airtel Tigo for $1 and have taken over the ministry, and ATC, American Tower Company, just one of the companies Airtel Tigo owes, brought us a bill of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. That's just ATC alone. Today, the American ambassador was in my office with a team, and one of the major issues was the indebtedness to ATC. The debt sitting on the books of Airtel Tigo is in excess of 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. So if someone told you they bought it for $1, who is going to pay the 3.5 billion that's sitting there and growing, accruing interest? And that's why I say those who carried out that action lack any sense of patriotism, because most of the debt is debt that was accrued by Millicom, which was a private American company running Tigo, and Bharti Airtel, an Indian company. And you know, to show you how irresponsible the actions were, after they have absorbed the company and the debt and put it on the balance sheets of the government of Ghana, now they attempted to drop the assets of the company into a new vehicle, and they were engaging with Bharti Airtel again to let Bharti Airtel come and take the clean company as a new company. Like I said, the Attorney General has work to do, because we cannot run a country like this.
As long as you say wuti over life on so ti start a prepare. We mu nyina na esi anoma jomo passport ato ho quick. Mamu mo nyane ko Senegal ene Namibia ne other countries no. Munjo mo passport nto no man ko dua bruchira kan sebe semfo anjere say o mo beba 3 months time 4 months time. Munjo mo passport nto Honorable Sam George nso no wabona homo de pa wa authorize the dismissal of nearly 100 Ghana post staff, certain efficiency and cost cutting. Honorable Sam George Jata.
People have raised questions about the staff rationalization ongoing at the ministry. But if you are a minister and you take over a ministry that has 3,117 staff in the ministry and its agencies, and you realize that almost 600 of them were recruited after December 7. Basically, you cannot expect me to come and inherit such mess and continue with it. And so the rationalization is ongoing. Today, I have authorized the termination of a few more at Ghana Post, almost 100, that were done post December 7. And we'll continue this rationalization. I will clean up the ministry, make sure it is lean and efficient, and carries out his work.
Clean up. Let's reset. Oh, we will be seeing a mukasa. What you say na Ghana baby ayedin. Afanyoma kese po mo nko fo mutinko wura po mo no mo nko shepo. Obi from go and bend the sea. Obi afam ho. Honorable Ayesam George we no ti o. Attorney General dey we adwuma yi. Na Attorney General we wonya bete ana na be de kire so nya bete. Sa justice rim SI no. Se me friend say rim say na opedia rim say. Wo change ata. Me so wo change ata. Ono so ade ababe to Ghana fu nim ekwan a wo masan fa so ache adubuahin wo masan ache adubuahin yitie eye Deputy Attorney General.
Accused person was arrested on Thursday night. That's Edubuahin. The suspect. Yes. We could have announced to the public that moment that he was arrested. But that was the time that we needed to confirm certain things. It was after Friday, Saturday, that we've taken the accused person through. We've granted him his right to counsel, and his lawyers were present. He was shown to various, some of the properties that you see. The accused person has been taken to those properties to verify certain things. The last time I checked this evening, he was still in custody. They've not been formally charged, but they've been cautioned. They're actually on bail. What is left now is for them to fulfill the bail conditions. We cannot put out information merely because someone has said it. We can only put out information when we believe that the evidence we have is sufficient to ground an action in court. In this particular, there are the accused persons are about 50, the suspects are about 15 suspects as of now. And it keeps growing because when you follow the money, it exposes you to another company, then you find the company directors and members, then you follow that. So we have more than 12 companies involved here. We cannot put all these things out. In fact, what we have done is just the minimum, exposure that we have given to the facts and the things that we have. If you are surprised by today, what you will see in the coming days will even shock your conscience, because you cannot believe what the investigations are revealing.
It emredi anime Ghana interesting times ahead. TV ni radio so be I can't wait. A Deputy Attorney General SRC yenhwe nyapade a Mr. and Mrs. Edubuahin Oma akwa in 4 years. Obi a screen no so. Yentine. Best pade nko estate ahodo enaya ahodo nipa ba ko 4 years. Sikadi ibudni kwa na we yama den asho afemunye no mfiri so Deputy Attorney General so ebisa say Dr. Addison ni fie no mubuwura ho a kwaye wo monema no mkoye boni bi anase bi hu se bi won akobubu hwehwe wo ma say windows enne na pono ne ade ye hwe ne ye ono so dituga.
This allegation of cars being moved, things being stolen from the house and all that. I think the owner of the house is a man of enormous experience in public service. He's a very educated person, very confident and bold person. If something is missing in his house during the search, I believe that he will be able to make complaint to the police. He will take steps. The briefing we have received, and we have had 2 different briefings on this matter, and we have looked at other evidence, and including recordings and voice recordings from what happened. And there is no way that anybody who is not with malice will come up to accuse anyone of, first of all, stealing, or first of all, even doing something untoward. The briefing shows that when the investigators go to the house, the first thing they did was to reach out to speak with the owner of the house, who is Dr. Addison, and his wife. And they showed them the warrant. They perused the warrant and had their lawyer present before the search started. They led the investigators from room to room, showing them what they have to look at, and eventually, after they've satisfied themselves, I don't know what's happening, after they've satisfied themselves, there was a very huge cordiality between these persons, and that was done, after which they left. It was later that someone decided to say it was a raid. Now, even if it's a raid, the only picture we have been showing of any distraction, which now we know is actually not a distraction, is that CCTV memory chamber. If there was a raid, I expect that persons, the owner of the house or persons who went there, will show broken windows, broken doors, broken furnitures, furniture or things that show that there is weight. But the only thing that we have been seeing from a week ago is that chamber. And it is clear now that that chamber was only containing the CCTV drive, which was removed. And to remove it, those wires that you see hanging were wires that were plugged into the CCTV, the ports of the CCTV memory storage. And they were removed. And once they are removed, they obviously be hanging because they don't have the port anymore. So I am saying that in as much as we want to put things across, it's also fair that even by looking at the pictures or the information put out alone, we should be able to make some deduction. Now, a while ago, one of the things you said was that why are we out speaking to matters that when the person is not before court? And I like the answer that Professor Apiaji said, that the same people who accuse us of speaking are the same people who take advantage of our silence to put things in the public which are not correct. Look, if I tell you, it is not it is not the desire of the current Attorney General, neither is it the desire of President Mahama. President Mahama has made it clear to all of us that he is not one interested in putting people before court and going to look for evidence. He's not interested in persecution. He's not interested in showing, he's not interested in using criminal justice system to damage people's reputation and all that. And the instruction has been from my boss that, look, we only come out when we have sufficient evidence which we have tested.
Tell me before the hot waters. But the mama be Philippa say prosecution so. Now I say be ended the ended with a NCO for a MPA on this matters. MPA they say well say me am humble lawyer illegitimate.
Security operatives or even his lawyers make the point that when they came to his house, they did A, B, C, D. So far, he's not made any statement. Why? Why? And so we should be very careful. You see, if we are not, a time will come, nobody will be willing to do this work. Do you know why? Because we'll get to a point where, like Malene Senior made the point, oh, GM has been embarrassed, and so. Where is the embarrassment? I want to know. No, because you see, the mere fact, you see, I have a senior who used to say that liars do not have stamina. Okay? Liars don't have stamina. The reasoning being that you are already out there saying A, B, C, D. Malene Senior Afenyomakin quickly came out and said, oh, the former National Signal Bureau boss who was arrested, apparently they had put his name in the immigration records. Look, every day, here and there. You remember that recently somebody sued Ghana Immigration and obtained 900 million or thousand. Exactly. Thousand. Every single day, people's names are put at the various borders to ensure that they are traveling ABCD. When those matters, so when he came, the Yoko who had done that proceeded to effect his arrest.
NPA boss, lawyer Edoji Tamaklo. Very well, the Mubesia. Na mema a happy birthday, Kasiape Mudru, and found comma a Mr. Daniel Boamaduku, former a year headmaster Edema Agrekenzema a year secondary school, Mr. Boamaduku. Woma, we free wow, mammy ho a year, mammy Gladys, any a year Jerine, any a year to Livia. Any a year Jedidia, or Munina, so mama happy birthday. And you students in mom water park, which your my dear water park, a year secondary school, or mom which your my dear KNUST, a year school hall, secondary school hall, mom which your my dear Adventist senior high school, and a year Agrekenzema champion headmaster, and a year Wawoda, Yamisha no one your Kessie, because you call Kumase. Ewo a year campaign time or better this FM MI DKT ewo education mo church any man na ekoso de ye any de enye te nei Mr. Daniel Boamaduku awoda ye nyina ye ma happy ɛyɛ birthday nyame ma wahoɔden ɛne nkwatenten wo maame wo yere ɛmma ne abusua ne nyinaa yɛma wo happy ɛyɛ birthday we free atankolega biga Mugabe Maase the capacity man ɛna ɛde ɛma wo nyame ɛnhyira no anya wo kɛse yɛkɔ na yɛne yɛkɔ sola kasoɛ ɔhene babo amabɛne ne ne ɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ twetwe yɛn awie na ɛfiri hɔ afei yɛde de aka nyinaa bɛto am sɛ ɔno abo Timothy Ataboade yɛ wo ntarim mobɛte no nka ɛna ɔno abo Halidu Haruna ɔno so mobɛte wɔ mo ɛnka sola kasoɛ ɔhene ba.
You may just take it as a joke. Look, I don't know. I don't tell you the character. I say, "Me call check liver. Me call liver function test. Now me call your kidney. Me call a full blood count. Any liver function test. Media, you make it through on there. I'm what you say. Liver function test. Me call you Solak Natural Clinic. I want to full blood count me kwaye ne wo ho na nuti de me hunu ye no na me bebo hu dawru enye se meyi me health resource e wo TV so amama hwe ente sa kam de beto so mo bi ahwe aviti hwe we ye ni particular pom dey very serious na ko Solak Natural Clinic ko he ojusom ko he kidney ko he liver ko hwe ni padua ni nyina na hu se wo ye ana enche ubewu na me tie onu ma bi onipa bia uwo kidney ana kidney ho eyaka no ye de ka cho se kidney no etese sonye na woni se nipa bebre wo ho a wo mo liver no wo mo kidney ho den kra na wo mo nim onye bi kra da won testing head bra kwati na liver no yade ya bedokro no anu apie ni nyina de akoma kidney na se kidney no ayare brosoa na wu ano tie enu ba ko ebe mu odi kan hunu se abrantie me yare mi me yenya kidney problem number 1 wachi bramu ube se etutu eye wo ya waponu waposo no kotodwe etutu ya wo ya wo sa problem bi ana wo fesi saa tutu mi kokko na kokko chekwate wati abana da hono wo kotodwe kotodwe waponu waposo wo ya ho hwe nyi etu be hu se ya de na dokro a doctor for de bi na de show maso no ya de tare mfimu ha wo be hu se ya se hu mi ko mu ohome na ya wo ya ohome na ho linia kona ko check what kidney ko check we e ban sanu a wo ju so bebre se si ana Johnson eba se si ana Johnson eba agent and ten na Johnson eba ko Solak Natural Clinic ko kidney and liver. The next one, we will say Johnson and Calabi. See one time be as a Johnson, as a brown bee, as a red bee, as a Johnson Jabi. Minia, when it's anway and tem. Na koko check kidney no. Way a you be Johnson, the Awa Johnson. Say ye radio, say ye dear you, kidney nina say. To me kana koko. What I say? Obi so ha. Wajonsa gu na otwamu a asese bempredi asa me fa bo abenkra na ntutu agina moa aso waja na nango kan Johnson pom sent wom ya kwa flash kura firi wa be wom be 30 minutes na still sent nda so gina ho minia ko cheke na he wo afi obi wo ha prekope wo be unsa na swati wom okumangra bi si apafui se say dia media ma hyase e take diet etu obi ho be so sia kakrakate so okumangra nice man oh prekope dream na ne swati wa fon the diet na man for ka ho asemi Woman son is what one precopeminia and Fenia Cro. Kona Coco check what? So check his son woman when na. No problem being one. Not one who may draw upon by said your beya who kidney in your program. The number we says ya. What will symptoms be? And number 2 and a more for number we 0553 93 2631 0553 93 2631 0553 93 2631. Mami ka sam ketwa bi emfa kidney ne ho nkyerɛw. When you say ɛte sɛ deɛ woyɛ abɛnkwan na woyɛ abɛnkwan no a wontumi nya bɛ ne nwie nwɔ nwie wowie no wasesa no nyinaa kɔgu nkwanse no mu sɛ mede yɛ nkwan da bi wowɔ ade a wode bɛsɔ ne so na adekodeɛ no a wode bɛsɔ ne so no ɛne yɛfrɛ no sɔneyɛ na sɔneyɛ no wobɛhu sɛ wode sɔneyɛ akokɔdu baabi a na mɛfi no bi ɛne ɛwo no ada ɛwɔ sɔneyɛ no mu ɛti afei no wohwie abɛ no gu ma ɛntumi nwura mu biem wode wo nsa bɛbɔ so ɛntumi nsɔne biem ɛba no saa no a wonu ansuasie ɛma no yɛsia na wode sɔneyɛ no ɛde atom na ɛfiri no ɛwɔ mu no nyinaa no ɛfiri so saa na kidney no teɛ kidney no yɛ sɔneyɛ yɛsɔ ne nipadua ne nsuo ɛne nnoɔma a ɛba nipadua no nyinaa so na ɛba no saa no a na sɛ wɔsɔne so saa no na ɛntumi ansɔne a ɛno ne yɛsɛ yɛmfa nkɔto dialysis so na nsuo no a abɛtaa nipadua no mu no yɛntwe ma wo because kidney no ntumi nyɛ adwuma ɛnɛ dialysis so da akufo ado adaworo nti abɛyɛ sikafoɔ yadeɛ ama ɛnɛ yɛde wokɔto dialysis so a 499 utua na wɔtwe ɛwɔ sɛ wokɔ 3 times mepatɛ wo sika sɛn ɛna wɔde bɛkɔ ɛnɛ because of kidney arenda sikafoɔ bebree ahiafoɔ prɛko pɛ ɛnɛ wɔbi bɛkɔ akɔda dialysis so a gye wɔkɔsrɛsrɛ sika ansa na ɔde akɔ maame nipa te ase a nipa nwu bra nipa te ase a nipa nwu nipa te ase a nipa nwu ne kyerɛ sɛ wote aseɛ no ɛnsɛ sɛ wo nipadua no bi ewu wabere wo nwuyɛ ko Solak Natural Clinic na wonya ne nipadua no mu kidney na ewuo no na kidney ne san perform biem ɔhundro ɔde bɛma wo ama wo atɔ afei yɛmra liver no so liver no ɛba wo so a enuoma ɛbɛmu wo sɛ wanya liver sickness anase wo liver ho akwa no number 1 jaundice wobɛwo sɛ wani ɛne wo skin no ayɛ yellowish color what you say ayɛ sɛ yellow bi ayɛ sɛ jaundice da n'ani so da bi ahyia wa obi ahyia ɔsi jaundice da bi ɛnyɛ jaundice wada roma kɔ check kidney hɛ wɔn ebi nso deɛ wɔ hɔ a wobɛwo sɛ asa fever kakra na wanya malaria kakra na wanya malaria wɔbɛsa ɛbɛkɔ 3 days na saba na wayɛ kyɛkoo ɛno nso kyɛkehwɛ obi wɔ ha fatigue ne ti fɛn ɛpae no wayɛ mmɔbɔmmɔbɔ wɔne namu basa ɛne obi nso wɔ hɔ a ogya ne nan a asɛ clay asɛ nɛteɛ basaa mene asɛ wowɔ saa problem no biara kɔ Solak Natural Clinic na kɔkɔgye wapɔmden Solak Natural Clinic ɛwɔ kokomlemle ha yi a ɛnkra ha kokomlemle wɔbɛ Harvard Senior High School mepatɔ ne number yɛ wɔgye soɔ ɛni ɛyɛ 0553 93 2631 0553 93 2631 Ghana ha the only hospital yɛ ɔmede abibiduro sayade a wɔyɛ ɛyɛ saa kidney ɛne liver ho adwuma ɛne Solak Natural Clinic ɛno nkoa na makamfo ama wo menka bibi nka ho hwɛyɛ wo mo bi amfa so kwan na watenkyena tutumrika tu anamon kokodi wapomden papa ɛwɔ Solak Natural Clinic ɛnyɛ no nkoa no yade a wɔsa ɔyɛ awo uti paaw yade ahodoɔ ɛhɔ yɛ hospital etimienu pɛ ɛne yabɔ so no deɛ aka bia no ne yare bia ɔyare bia no fakɔ general test ne nyina obetumi akɔ akɔra ne no wo kidney test and wo liver test nyina no wobetumi akɔrane no wo solak ne yɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛde ama wo kɔnɛ kɔkɔde wapom den na anigye sonko bɛba ma wo ama anigye no aba number ni biem 0553 93 2631 0553 93 2631 Solak Natural Clinic was a quality first.
Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary. So many activities, all in the same premises. You visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting. They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have yourself.
Missy Menanano. A group passa, I've been bravo to be doing.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow, na yes, a room maybe crana, me bano timide, or maybe gumi so weekend.
Hey, woman,
remember, I don't think I'm a catcher or say, Yano, Medi, garlic capsules. A basis so come. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well.
Medi, garlic
capsules. Yes, Medi, garlic capsules.
Oh,
Medi Moses garlic capsules. What Mamoja dini paduanimu efru sani ye. Na esiesie obane berema mahona woding. Ubenya edroi bi ato omanyimu pharmacy stores freyen 050-349-4885. Edroi enya mamofra enyendi fie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medi Moses who ni how FDA ajijwe di enkra tuye ato. The serene
Every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596-273-546 or 0596-273-547. This advert is FDA approved.
Nyankopon twa den pokwa a wo soro na nanim nyama hyere wasase nyina so no ono na ka kire me no mienu se munni aduaba na monfa haban no mfa nsa yare na Dr. Time da so enam haban ma anya bibiduro so na esa nyarewa hodo e wo man Ghana ne yatie na se doctor de onya aduro emfa nko pharmacy shop onya aduro mfa nko si baabi ase kokotobi na mom ne bidimafo aba hospital ayaresa bia wo yare a oba ho aba benya apomuden ade ba kwa me ka kire ona awia ni se e was say unya reche mu se medimafo de o se udimafo
oyarefo dimafo eye ho a esan se wa woni me be ya adwen na wa timi kenkan Bible no obie eko 2 Kings 20:7 osi na odifo Isaiah bra ohun se enyarwa hodo atu atese woni mem no osi na asa nyarwa hodo no na nipa dodo na fi se yare ne eni anu aduro nanso odifo we gboro akwayim afi nuhini enubina ana mfemponso no okotutu nia hodo ene haban ene de besa wonum nyina yare a nhyiran kanya mesa safo nyina ho towo mo ewo odifo Isaiah penso anunti na make kire say ena wie isa yare bi wo so na wo ba bia wo de bekwa ye medimafo ba hospital o se obi a wontumi ma ye obi a wawo ne nti doctor kasa nyina ne say obi a wawo de memfa ne ntoka mfa ne ma medimafo esan se ono onyane obi a wawo na emom no say nipa no nwuye na de ate no say honam na ye mmere e wo yare kwan so a ye medimafo e ho na wo so ba na ye anatam bia ye kan sema hodo a ye na obi ti akira ba ma bi ye Thomas oba mi ye Thomas wa esan se ono e chinjigefo oma hoda baro beje chinsa sema nipa ika menyini doctor si wo hia wogidie wo hia na monto obetuo sema ba medimafo ba hospital eno pen hia na de aka ne de yarasa ba ya odia esan se medimafo ba hospital ena eho insurance no eyo nyankopon insurance eno nti no aka kire se oko orthodox hospital na empono kwa card ay 175 Ghana cedis ba medimafo ba hospital obaya card ay 50 cedis sanso na oko orthodox a oko twa scan oko lab ampacho unko tua 150 cedis da mi ankasa obi ayare emiaso nkwankwa ya labs ahodo makoma ko 4 ena me je lab na me sheda call orthodox ena me ko he omo checking ni nyina mbo me omo se 1030 Ghana cedis ba oba me dimafo ba hospital doctor twa scan na oji 100 cedis but oya lab by 100 Ghana cedis we nyesa bia afi no kasa wo lab test we dey say but 100 cedis e me dimafo ba hospital enu nti na me kan say oyarefo no o insurance ne de onyankopon aye o doctor time da so wadada na de nti doctor oya sa nyina nsanye wo sika nti na doctor baaye senka ya sa de anka doctor be ye nduro no no de akọ pharmacy shop no de akọ akoguo okọ na utobia onom na sa yare na afan wa ansa no ansa sa kotonfro but we de wase bra o de bra na de to yare no so no watu ase de ama ho eye medimafo ba hospital nyame adom o kena Wednesday doctor be transfer poko asamayira ne ya wada so o transfer poko asamayira Friday eye premium service the premium service nyina na say ne ete no say obi wo se me nya daje ameba medimafo ba be transfer sanso obeba na nipa wo ho ene de nipa makra na bia be 2 nipa 200 300 obeba na omo ho enu nti no say obi a minister obi a MP obi ni adajo a business mugu pa ontumi na tenase be 30 minutes 20 minutes doctor say sa for them wa create a premium service de amamo na sa premium service no utua 200 Ghana cedis say catch was 10:30 and na doctor be hwe wa 10:30 no obeba na doctor te wo twen wo e de wa 10:30 no sanso obi an na time sa for no betua registration 200 Ghana cedis utua 200 na sa oba review oba de untua biem oda so da medimafo heba hospital pe na obenya sade we enu nti na me say ohiani no sika ni nyina ba yare sabia ba ko medimafo heba hospital doctor time da so enu nti mentena se esa so oba ampacho odum ne hono no aduro pa ye de aduro de ama ho sanso na ye wo ochema homa sa ochema homa tambia metena radio ni TV so me ka kire say obi ka se enkonko jamafom awia obi ka se enkonko ye se ya hwe esa nse wa hwe ye na adwemboni woni tirima sa ochema homa na ye de ewu pa ba me nkire e television so esanso ye aduro sanso ne wo ehye na ehye dua ampacho sa dua we enya na menses every month until your bar omo ene ehye nyina enya omo menses ne nti omo nya menses nse ehye dua no so si nifa oba ne si nifa na ba ma ne si bonkum na abofu ekwowura mu a wo mkote se ebia obi ensu wo wuram ho pa obekon so na nipa bia ni ho no ehye si wuram ho a ehye ye saade no na ehye we na duru bosome beso a eho no epai sa na afi insuo firi mo ba insu vita but edape na red na yesi moja no sa no ne yekwa waawai ede ba be hia ye friend se ehye no eno ena ye sha ye hye ne ede na ma bonten so no ebia wunya hune pa to tete no ne wadua bi o wa se na nabre wakata ba bi sa haban no na nabre wakata ba bi edura nwumra na kan atom edura no pa na mu abie de ten say ye duro kese pa ba unim awaso bo obi a kasa ahaban tena ahaban so kasa wotene kasa Dr. Time na so na sa ahaban America ho se nkasa kakra wom bar senka tete no so obi de wachi awudifo pe wakum na wodu sa ahaban so na bo di makoma 7 times na woda ahaban so ampacho ma betwama omu hu da biara da eya duro kase pa eno ye de ye duro de ma be ma ampacho ye dwamanfo obo ye dwamanfo ye de ye duro de ma ampacho no ano no adwaman no wagya abo omobiem medimafo aba hospital ye Dr. Time da so se fibroid na o so wo de no ba wonim bra ye betwa scan ye be hwe oni padua no ma wo se ebi wo so a ye to ase de ama oba wo pa wo ampacho awaduro no ye just one thought to pe wo ye chinyefo o de oba ka kire doctor me ye chinyefo awaduro mpese me wo ansa na matua oka eno ano no doctor oni asem ka na o wi ade tense o hwe oni padua no nyina hu se wo sa oba we oni o hawo bia awaduro na ohia keka mpacho de ma wo onyu sika obaji usika na gise wo hu se a problem bi o so solve de ma eno na Dr. Time da so obaji usika oba charge no aka se problem we na wo ho enti wo se me so ano e de ma na mitimafo aba hospital Dr. Time da so asem na making eno nti poko asem ayira me so ochina no pako na Dr. Tenase wo poko asem ayira kumase abua kwa atwuma ago eno na Dr. Tenase wo kumase na so Tenase wo kumase na eno o free western region ba nyina 10% na discount no monsa kan mo sa hwibokabo akontomra nkwanta enchi sa wo mape elibo ene sa akwa no so nyina no mo baje mo 10% nyame adoma ampacho doctor say bosome March edi ani mu ni da to so aduasa ba ko 31st no o church de nyina wo kumase for beje o match de TV makoma ko 70 mobile phones 30 afi mo ni anwa time da so basmati rice ndi obi aba beji bi ni anwa no obi ajibi ena Accra 30th of April Accra 30th of April eno ansa okuta medjuma for aba hospital card krom ha obi ani wane na yara sabia ne card etimi je aburo ne nkate anampo ekokwa ya toton ebi ni ho aje medjuma for aba hospital o se 30th April no o che television makoma ko 70 wa Accra mobile phones makoma ko 30 na wache emo ani anwa nyina ho na nyame adoma 21st September doctor na woda no one doctor osaje foko amenkroma woda nyina ye penti sada no this year ka doctor de che no Honda CRV and a doctor dema na de tie no say ho hihye nie wa aba medimafo aba hospital wa beji nra hodom na wanu ma na ho to no o de bottle so makoma ko 10 ba ne ama card ba ko enti enkosi say eda ne beduru no wa okupon no do so no na ka na ye odi anya afa ni akaka se onu ahwehwe mu ayi we da bi enya sa na tie medimafo aba hospital Dr. Time da so be ma ensem e wo fom pacho wo ye nka on ka me ma ho me tem bia me tena radio ni TV so me ka chiro bia sa wo ye be ma wo ye 2 minutes wo ye 5 minutes wo ye 50 minutes wo ye 20 minutes I may consider o kakra no kra kakra bi ba wo ye be ma wo say 30 minutes 1 hour timi bo adwuma se nya afa na obeka se e na me no me ko me ensa me ko na pacho no ye mfa nya adwuma be ma ye adwuma na ho ntim fifire mu oba no so no hu sa mpa o so oba adwuma mpacho wo ye be ma na me so be ma yo nkon kan a make up chiro me ka kire o se wo nya be ma ye nka on ka me ma ho be ma bi wo na mkroma no pempem kofo hwe ase na so no bedura na dwono na afa mpo so o mo kapre o mo number bra me di mafo ba hospital bi dura na doctor de sa yare me nana odi na ntesese no ware ne yara toso makoma ko enan edi entia no obo adwuma abibiduro ntira enti sam kana metena video so no makeka ne oma hodo a obetim dia ye ohu aduru a be ma sei ba chom sent leave no nya soro kakra na afa krampo galek unya tia ba ko akeka duro kakra bi a obobo so na de frampa cho de hanky fita no chimu so na kakra ne mu ya den na odi atua 3 days na makoma ko miensa radio obo say yes so ya be ma nkasa o gina onan so koko ni hini aya aduro de ma be ma bara wonim me say Dr. Time da so atena se be ma obe ma efom eye ketwa e bia kwa konya gunum anase empono onya abrahaiza wo bra wuso no jonso moja no onya edi eno ka hunti ma obe ma no fo na efom bra medima fo ba hospital doctor ma 5 days pe na doctor de ma wo so ye chinyefo ampacho wo chinye ne nkoduru ba bia fa bra medima fo ba hospital onyankopon na de haban de ahye yensa onyankopon na ama ya sa tumi no se yemfa sa haban no fa nsa nyare wa hodo numbers na 0244 774282 0244 774282 0500 727215 0500 727215 and 0245449592 medima for ba hospital number so no wa wuti radio no afa o tena no pa doctor tena so opoko asemayira kumase abu akwa atwuma ago Dr. Jiman Dr. Saro mu nyina ba tena so Accra no uwura mo ho ampacho Dr. Obed Imamo ebetena se wo poku ase mayero ne doctor ankasa tena se nyame adomo chena enti to na mona bra medimafo eba hospital ebia de what of them yare enti unkomma mpacho bra na asuafo ne nam no omkoto obi wo pono no na omka oka kire Peter say Peter pacho mamisika nkoto de ne Peter ka kire se sika na juta de me bi na emumu ewo ya wadi mu sore nante ena obi won so ha asuafo no kokoto wo mo so no ewo ho no ekire ne ade na wo mo so ekire no omo bompa ya anko na yare bi wo ha bia wa ba be share doctor nketo no na sa doctor nketo no omo sa yare na anko ohia doctor ankasa enu nti na sa abre no asuafo no bompa ya sa yare na anko no omo hia Yesu ankasa bra onyame ade mo kina epoko ase mayira kumase abu akwa atwoma agogo mede mo nsam se me ka kire se so ni ye ohene na oposa koko timi mo ba o menses twa afi akwada bo nse be na mienu na o menses no emabiem medimafo na wo so ba nyame ade mo kina doctor tena se sanso na Friday premium service no medimafo ba hospital 0244 774282 and 0500 727215 0245 9592 na oni medimafo ba hospital adi enkomo
Climon TVS was at and also on Power 97.9 FM and all affiliate stations across the country. This is the number one political talk show in Ghana, Inside Politics. Well, Alhaji Halidu Haruna Atnas, a member of the NDC National Communication Team, we Jomama man appointment, Ebefatane pa Mufa camera non tono sumami. No, appointment Ebefatane pa Mufa camera non tono sumami. Yes. We appointment Befata, so why presidential staff why a bidder was I a peer with your man.
When you say me appointment,
say wow, Brian, your mamma.
Yeah, now me brother penny away appointment. Now me sons was so who can say Yamama appointment.
Me say Befata, me say appointment Befata.
Me that's it, but who are born we
I'm a Bila Anatum, say Kwani Mudaho. You bought 5 nil, you bought 3 nil. Where you breaking the 8, the Muyopo, the whole Ghana. Hope Sabusan for 1 year.
Will be a who
you're friendly now.
Who
are many Yaji?
Yakupa,
fantastic.
Say, Yamidia study. We are quite nipa fossil any near man nipa
feminist. But I know your situation.
And winter still with us.
Bamoya dear, say every day. Yami who is so honorable. Timothy Atabuade. Over camera non tono so Emami. A very nice man. Ne nyama ba ko mienu bi ho anaja pension no mododo obako ya wanya start program no start pension program is into the flow program which I say kwano one musu be 3
water is life
and then beyond that large I say ma accumulating nsuo na me nya nom ni na fam bra
oh the come on my
to me bana me no no sa me quite to sustain
senior communicator position microphone here man senior communicator when Alhaji Halidu honorable Eduas Kojo Eduas
and then honorable Sorogo ye chawa wiye Alhaji Sorogo
we fast into na say me ha no
no dey
fast na we say your holidays too
yes
say baba beto eduro bi kofi abeto eduro bi
ofi eduro no need some of them station den drone kwa na moto
no na boy to no pa
ndro dey ahon dey
say be fatal say ambassadorial we ndi be fatal pa
Uncle Burkina
when they were for upper east the Burkina
yes who cross here wait me ada o fie kura na off
I don't know Kremlin because
be fatal
and I pay US
oh they pay US I don't know US but the important thing is that yes big investment in the Upper East region
looking good.
Thank you.
Appointment in my impony.
Sir, is by the grace.
Me interview be papa no can say Traore 32 years. 36 what the Sika Ecosi Gold Company. Now Penny awadi 80 years and the $58 million now papa no be say yes sorry na ye ka say ai nkwala ntimi anka nkwala akwala na okoye sa $58 million be ka say one akwala but just compare na now do any Traore 36 years.
Yes.
Wanya adwin say ni man here sa gold
so nanado no the scam
nanado the 58 million. Na sa can you say swimming pool no
58 a year.
58 million.
Swimming pool no.
But Tony Jana Ojuma yo.
I've been warned. No.
Yeah.
Honorable Siroga should be careful.
So
my regards to the my regards to the panelists.
Yeah.
You are telling me to be careful. You are warning me.
So go na auto sa water tender you use to fire service. So sa mami no all kaka some hunu after sa fire no say your mama no. Alenta one bisa. Alentina. Dabi mami bi na o kika assembly na a journalist no ko bisa girl bia wa share abaya.
Yeah, mama say the new year boss in the one.
The them say they all can one fire.
The market women those victims.
Mami bi e cars assembly.
Okay.
Say Ghana penifo instead of say ombeto fidi can say equipment ma fire service no. Na car kese na wadi subuo no bojo mama eni na me bi say your mama fire tenders na edudu Akufo-Addo ba 8 years Akufo-Addo who support no one kura one top. In fact, under the board chairmanship of Sorugo.
And I make say the attitude said there be omusino so you mean to be a dano. That 10 be the attitude said about me the attitude no say about me
the
fire tender ben organ ha ejakoso ibetime do. Ba me say the attitude say and the offer
your mama beto helicopter.
Yo.
Obeto helicopter ma fire service.
O mama ye.
Any dem you oji dey say
no ma be say no waste of taxpayers money 8 years in office. Well, younger issues are and edaho na yentumi enka ho ensem ema ye na hwefo ene ye natifo and say ha aye de well na ye hwe eye age ni nsem odi atudwa ene eye former governor of the Bank of Ghana ono so ho nsem adubo ahensem ne de no na trend wo ba bia na no black stars so it me a massacre a counterpart from Madagascar or Morocco. Tienre one AG in summer and they already a same side deputy AG in some of the Abetuja and the Dr. Dominic Ayene on also the Betuja. I mean, corruption related issues are equal so.
Michel, no Michel, Michel. So, let me say. First of all, Nebo Attorney General Abasu Wayadi any deputy justice me who say MPP for no omo pese omo kika asem emphasize deputy no na sabi deputy no woni njuma yi ansa na ni boss so de we kulusos eba law no. Oh, me kind response from Atachia in reaction to Attorney General Diawoye. Now, according to Atachia, we see Attorney General or Judge the client in the court of public opinion. But politics is driven. Now say asempa na okika sa asem. And you see, issue me say I keep telling people that human beings naturally we are greedy and selfish. Adia asebio ye beye atia obi no. Wu beye atia obi ye yewa enye ude.
Same thing to honorable Collins that.
And that is the level of unfairness that we exhibit as human beings. Na sabio sometimes mitina sina mi dwin ho a menti ase. But only in say dia wuye no ye di yewa enye ude. You see, issues of operations by national security a standard. Na MPP omu wo aban mu no omu use the same standard omo di ye omo investigation omo di police eko John Jinapo fee very early in the morning omo say omo kita court warrant omo pese omo search the fee omo wura awunu omo di ni phone any ni laptop. The current attorney general ni fee so omo koye, and it was the same operation
the same court
national security agency. Now Semuma use the same modus operandi edie juma aban bi aba na enya say we are more sisa the mode of operation more sisa nipa no court you say yanya information efa bibi ewo Bank of Ghana penini fee inti court maye tumi na yantimi ngura ho na yenhwehwe se dia ye nyaa no enukura na so that it will help and facilitate in the investigation aban no court etie na court issue such warrant yakọ ni fee the warrant ni chire ni security policeman police ni no di warrant na wakan ohun say court amatumi, and so he has nothing to resist. There's no way he could resist omo ni so no so free house help omo boss amanie boss no so buy no boss no gi search warrant no kan ohun say ya ma omo tumi say omo betimi ayenta boss no oji no friend lawyer no buy ni lawyer no share verify confirm say omo authorization lawyer no buy bibia ehia say national security for no be wura akoye dia omo pese omo hu
Japan ni team
omo ina omo koye
action man
omo we then only for minority leader to address the press to make a claim say USK will feel. Now the lawyer of Addison that was there, does it mean that he was sitting somewhere allowing the people to go? No, because according to the security operatives, the lawyer assisted them. They went through and they were supposed to take the hard drive of the CCTV camera in the house, because the issue is that say ebia before ombebanu obi disclose ema Addison betimi asisa na obetimi amovu niama bi ofie mu. The only way to verify say ya move and ya move bibi efifie nu through the hard drive of the CCTV camera. Enuntina national security operatives no mu use hard drive nu. So that's why you see those wires hanging, because the information, the entire information of the house within a certain period is captured on that hard drive. And so which security agencies you will expect that is investigating a personality waba ufie now on himself, at least it's possible you can move something out, and the only way that they can verify in CCTV camera, because at the time you are moving it, your mind will not even occur to you that your own CCTV camera betting at you.
So your mom says John Dramani mama Eddin Sembi Etubia Yetian quick one of yes I am back and I have Kanyina and to so Yekuti says John Dramani mama President of the Republic.
Sure that its administration is placed in capable hands. The complexity of managing such a critical national resource demands strong financial expertise, strategic foresight, and an unwavering commitment to transparency and accountability. The administrator must not only have a deep understanding of governance and public finance, but also possess the leadership qualities necessary to drive efficiency, enforce compliance, and implement reforms that enhance the fund's impact. It is with these high standards in mind that I decided to nominate Mr. Michael Harry Yamson, a seasoned strategist and governance expert whose extensive experience makes him well equipped to navigate the challenges ahead and reposition the District Administration Common Fund as an effective tool for decentralized development. This is where the applause is deserved. His career has been defined by a commitment to operational excellence, accountability, and sustainable growth, with extensive expertise in financial systems, investment planning, and corporate governance. He possesses the critical skills required to effectively manage national resources and drive impactful reforms. Another applause is deserved. You can clap anytime you want, yeah? His integrity, visionary leadership, and results-oriented mindset make him well-suited to lead the DACF at this crucial time. Now his responsibilities. As administrator of the District Assembly's Common Fund, Mr. Yamson, you'll be expected to prioritize financial discipline, operational efficiency, and enhance transparency. You are to ensure that the fund will implement accountability-driven processes, ensuring that district assemblies receive the necessary resources to accelerate grassroots development and enhance service delivery across the country. I'm confident that you will bring your extensive experience in institutional reform and financial management to strengthen the DACF's operations and position the fund as a key pillar of Ghana's decentralization agenda. Beyond the need for competent administration of the fund, my government fully recognizes that timely, efficient, and adequate disbursement of resources is equally critical to the success of local governance. A well-managed District Assembly's Common Fund can only achieve its intended impact if the central government remains committed to ensuring that funds are released on schedule and in full. And I know why he clapped about in full. It is with this understanding that in the 2025 budget, we have made a firm commitment to remitting at least 80% of DACF allocations directly to the districts. In the past, in some cases, as much as 47% of the common fund was dispersed from the center, leaving very little at the discretion of the assemblies. This policy is designed to eliminate unnecessary delays, reduce bureaucratic inefficiencies, and empower local authorities to plan and execute development projects with certainty. By strengthening the financial autonomy of district assemblies, we are not only reinforcing the constitutional principle of decentralization and equitable development, but we're also ensuring that communities across Ghana receive the resources they need to drive economic growth, infrastructure expansion, and essential public services. My government is committed to instituting robust monitoring and evaluation mechanisms to ensure that the fund allocations are used effectively and transparently. Our objective is to ensure that every CD is accounted for and directed towards projects that improve the lives of our citizens. To achieve this, we'll collaborate with Parliament, civil society, and local stakeholders to enhance oversight, eliminate inefficiencies, and promote best practices in fund management. I believe that this approach will restore public confidence in the DACF and maximize its impact as a driver of equitable development, job creation, and improved service delivery. By strengthening decentralization, we'll ensure that every region receives the necessary support to thrive, fostering national progress and shared prosperity. As administrator, Mr. Yamson shall be at the forefront of this effort. The task ahead demands collective effort, transparent administration, efficient implementation, and community engagement. When we invest wisely in local government today, we secure national progress for generations to come. On behalf of the administration, Mr. Yamson, I congratulate you once again and wish you the very best in your new role. May your tenure be marked by progress, efficiency, and impactful service to our beloved nation. I thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Okay, I just said this with assembly a year common fund when some and His Excellency John Dramani Mama wada omodi a day and benefone on the also mo ye need the sky beko akwa you know. Alright.
The national security for a year, you know. New crimes were, but always politics is driven by public perceptions. The minority in himself now him to say by the operational nature of national security, omukoye bibia omumba abonti ebe explain it. And so what they deliberating, omu decided say they will just poison the airwaves and create an impression say the national security for koye enye boni enye say ebia omu authorization e de keka sisia ya the authorization no e babonti na obia ehu ye say court e matumi say yenkoye sa niam now uni e kwan amini attorney general enya adwu enura eye baako
the current AG
waka asambia mi enya adwu afeno marking the intention was to destroy the entire institution of state, their integrity, their believability, in fact, the way of operation in the account. And so once he, as a minority leader, did not see the need to protect the sanctity of that institution, you don't protect his image. To the extent that you are Attorney General is saying, minority leader dare him, he will release a recording of Addison. Why would you want him to dare you? He won't dare you because what he did was deliberate. So
on your camera and info now we didn't intimate. So the AG has every right to inform the public. He is not just a lawyer. He represents all of us. When public funds are involved, silence is not an option. Why speaking to the public matters? To ensure transparency, to reassure Ghanaians that no one is above the law. It counters misinformation. And yes, it deters others from thinking looting is a no risk game.
That is exactly. So, Attorney Markin never regarded, say, Attorney General Dominic Ayeni, you have an integrity. He knows you to be a professional in law. He knows that you will never tolerate unlawful conduct.
Let's not shame the court of public opinion. Public trust matters. Democracy thrives when people are informed, not when they are left in the dark.
That is the point. So, he put out that information to poison the system. So, I expose you as somebody who is a liar.
Just to paint them black.
Don't say that if he dares you. You don't. At that time, you don't have an option than to let the people know that it is a man who cannot be trusted to be speaking the truth.
But if he dares you.
So, but you are saying that if he dares you, but you say they are all can intro. So he won't dare you. So once he refused to dare you, it means that you will just cover him and you continue to be maligning institutions of state. No, I think that I beg him. As for that aspect, I disagree. He should put out the information. Let the people of Ghana know that Afenyo Markin is not a trustworthy person, and the MPP cannot be trusted. So that at least the Ghanaian people, you see. The minority leader was doing this deliberately because I said politics is driven by public perception. It is only in politics that you can brand a good person as an evil man. And an evil man as a good person. It's in politics. You see that somebody who cannot even kill a fowl politics, they will bring you and present you as a wicked person.
Like the way they presented
Nanado. And look at the consequences we are confronted with today.
The past 8 years.
And sometimes I still cannot even understand why a Ghanaian will see John Mahama on the ballot with Nanado, and the person decide to go and vote Akufo-Addo. I still cannot understand the kind of mindset, but it happens, and these are the consequences. And so I beg you, my senior brother, Dr. Ayeni, your integrity is intact. Anybody who come across you knows that for you don't tolerate nonsense. Excuse my language. It's a man who will stand for the truth. Look, on the national communication platform, sometimes you see majority of us will be discussing an issue, and sometimes he will come in, he will differ, he will tell you no, that is not the way to go, and whatever you are doing, he thinks that you should do it for posterity. You don't just do it for the political benefit, the short political benefit you gain, but when you do it for prosperity, just like John Mahama, he did it for posterity. Today you see the commendation given to him by Ghanaians. Yeah. When he was doing it because he was looking at the long-term effect of his action.
But not short-term.
But not the short-term. If John Mahama were to think of short-term, he would not have gotten this opportunity. But he was, even when they were attacking and insulting him, he still controlled his calm. And the last time he got an interview, he said if he knew that the Ghanaian people would believe what the MPP were saying, he would have responded to those things. So public perception about you is important. You should suba. Now let me say this. Me, as an owner of a company, the company I need a daily briefing or weekly briefing to know how the company is doing. Now, said you Ghana for Omutu Abanu. Omu are the shareholders of Ghana.
Exactly.
And all those who are including John Mahama, they are employees. Yeah, the two me Ashe Omusa. The Ghanaian people deserve to know what is happening, particularly issues that is surrounded with controversies. And so the Attorney General Mra Manu Kwan say onye. And indeed, there is no also law that compel him to explain. But I think his action is novelty. He has taken a different dimension so that mischief, jandam, any the akika untro, and survive. So that this government will have a clean bill of lady to be able to operate without those throwing in the poisonous substance in the air. Just yesterday, I heard the Bawi MP on also at the press conference. I was saying National Security Coordinator Afre Addison or apologizing. So apology doesn't necessarily mean you are guilty. And I keep telling people the fact that somebody say I apologize does not mean that the person is guilty of what he's been accused. Okay. Attorney General, you are doing something right. Continue to do it, but I beg of you, don't let him dare you. Put out the truth. Let the Ghanaian people judge between Afenyomakin and you and the John Mahama administration. That the John Mahama administration value truth, decency, integrity in their operations. And so long as he wanted to portray the John Mahama administration in a bad light, you have no option of him daring you. Just put out the information. Let the Ghanaian people who are the shareholders judge between you and him, because he is not ready to stop telling lies. He will continue. But in fact, if you expose him now, he will be careful if he is minded of his own integrity.
Very well, Alhaji Halidu Haruna, thank you very much for your submission. Live on TV, SYZ, and also on Power 97.9 FM. Ofaya wajewu here live, ewo subeso, ose phobia, eni ni mako, ene honorable Inusa, eni mwaji nkunya, penye kwa kukakra kane nana, subeso hine, mwanyina, se mwa here live. Ewo tepa subreso yamamonyina ha honorable Timothy wadaroma yes you ntio sabe
you am some person that Alhaji as why detailed analysis. You see, Omo Mukase, the Attorney General has tried, your friend is saying Kwame Edubuahin in public opinion. Kwame Edubuahin No, Kobina Edubuahin. We're a pastor, he's a reverend. Or no quoting Ecclesiastes. And some of the Kwaku Yesikano. He quoted the Bible.
And what is that?
He quoted the Bible and talked about time and opportunity given to people who are in public position or whom an opportunity. I am so many money. Dear, some young Benyasika. And no, yeah, we use the Bible. And he's a reverend too. You see, people should also know that justice emanates from the people, and the people must know. Yeah. In the case of Attorney General Ejumano, he must show transparency. He must brief us because Ejumano is the man no yeah. Anna say, "Oma mama opportunity to preside over state agencies. It is our work." So they rather stole us. Oma my bonny. And if there's any MPP near and they said they are patriotic, they should join in the fight against those looters. Those who looted our state resources, the MPP people are more abonti on some more patriotic. Omo Dogana no, omo Johnny Ejumapa, John Damani Mahama Bainu, including his strong Attorney General and his deputy. They should rather join us to retrieve the looting. No more social media. No more on platform, more attend. They should ask themselves, dear no munya free looting. No more. Omo we 80 years Akufado appointment. Omo anyabi. Come kuomo sa. Then you're on social media defending those who have stolen from me. What sense does it make? What sense does it make? And Obia Onu Dr. Dominic Akutinga Ayeni, he's a meticulous lawyer. That's why. When you be instead of warning or say, in some of them men court until I get concrete evidence. He doesn't want to go and embarrass himself. He said it. He's a senior lawyer, he's a law lecturer. No one in parliament watch me in our law. I've at Dominica, he didn't know his standard. In don't wasting the time to respond because of they are sitting in the same class. Level. Yes. Until I find your mark in the opposition, so you see the fact that they're in opposition to make himself popular. So he will start shouting. You see, Mugabe, this is a serious matter. And the matters are very, very serious. Alaju can say, we got report that all the state institutions, the state-owned enterprises have been running losses. Yeah. They've been running losses. So, was this state enterprise running a loss? A state enterprise that its money can go and buy 27 houses at the cost of $7.5 million. Was that state enterprises running a loss, Alaji?
No.
Huh? Nipa Bako, Etibidisika, one of the buildings cost over $290,000. Is that state enterprises running a loss? Someone should tell me. ECG. Your audit no. Omo Jessica 15 billion. That 15 billion no. Omo 10 billion, 5 billion in year. Alaji is ECG running a loss. Have you seen where the loss is coming from? So hard-working people among from any state enterprise but we'll come to detail. If you look at the sophisticated nature of the US canon, anytime check this Alaji. Ghana Water Company is using fiberglass innovations as a private entity to steal from Ghana people. Ghana Water Company.
That's the previous administration.
The previous administration. They are using a private entity called Glassic Fiber Innovations. Normally they are Chiesicano. That is what they've done to every institution on the railways. They set another
ECG,
almost setting another private institute. No, SML was a private institute, stealing from the your friends, the oil companies, and then the minerals. They will set another private one. Now look at NITA under your friends, Sam George.
NITA is Alex Mood.
Yes, but under the previous Communication, Samuel Abakache say they are using a private entity to siphon the money. All the time they use private entity. All the time they use, including Papana Obano normal use. Look at the amount of money NITA, over $17 million. So, and then you come and say it is posting losses. San George just posted something and said that, Mugabe, no money, yeah, but when we are talking, people think that we are making money. How on earth officials who manage the Airtel Tigo, sales are enemies of the state, a debt of 3.5 billion.
Sales.
Debt to. Yeah, boka on mo. Will it here? NITA has only 25.8 CDs in its account at the Bank of Ghana account, yet it owes 813 million. And I want to Mugabe, you see, after when Naya Hamio, these are the people like and I share in a public place. Their attitude towards you is so demeaning, it's so condescending. No more catches, so I'm school.
White collar chiefs.
Yes. Big time TV and small tissue. No. They look so arrogant. You know what they will tell Alaji when you say, Omaka said, me, I am a self-made man. The banner back we Oxford University, back Harvard, back I just started medicine in Lagos. Yes, that is how they tell us. See Alaji, oh, how are you doing? Oh, my first son finished Harvard. Bakuni will Oxford. And Bakuni was started medicine or Logon. This is what they use our money. I say, oh, I made $2 million when at the age of 10. I saw you 10 years when you had $2 million. Can you imagine? Yeah. That is their language. What I say, they'll tell us that I got my first house at East Legon at the age of 17. Is that not you saw when I was at the age of 15, I was driving a Benz car. That was my first car I bought, Alaji. Alaji, so I was saying, when they steal the money, this is the way they do it. Yes.
You were University of Cape Coast.
Yes.
Now you meet Baku or you saw a Benz. Salunka. Now me meet Baku you ti back on you. Or free site na oba. Now me meet you say, sure, Ali, sure, boy, you need now or the same. Sure, or you wait there, you go school. Now, only there was see. We move about by catching sets. Emra ni papa, ebo brano. Na ye papa omuti mungu.
Yes.
To dami.
That is what
my uncle na catch me so me siri and truly ye no. Two of them, I saw them. Baku pastor, and he's living big. Sometimes when I compare myself to him, the distance, to say I in America.
We are all living in Ghana.
We are all living.
And Mugabe, you know what? These are appointees of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Obia Okachire say he hasn't got evidence to prosecute his appointees. Obia ye name a clearing agent. So since a man for who saw a clearing agent. Since a man for who saw a mother serpent of corruption. Since a man for who said Pamna or Pam Domlovono, it was because Domlovo was exposing this. So people have not seen. But then the Attorney General told us that this was the tip of the iceberg.
That's right.
The Attorney General was saying iceberg in Kasa. Who iceberg now a bubu Titanic ship. Yes, Titanic ship. That iceberg is yet to come. These are people who have run down. She ene kasne or Tony you know onyanko palugo 12 million more the palugo dam. Onyanko enu. Anna PDS endorsed. That is the gigantic elephant around the Baba Montino. Cathedral. So what the Attorney General did was to carry us along. You know, if you're a good public officer and you are serving the people, it is too much. As some people a good Attorney General and a public officer would, because the work you man on behalf of the people of this country. So you must constantly brief them and carry them along. Say the bear but because no. We've moved from yes. And Mugabe, you know what? This is someone I know used true passports. True service passports are expire. How did he get the true service passport?
Do I have two service passport to how?
But who was service passport? Service passport.
You bet me about service passport. Then I'm out diplomatic.
Yes.
But no, service passport to me.
With different names.
With different. So all better now playing. We're changing the name. And also changing the seating from business class to economic class. He wanted to outwit the security people.
Our name ceremony we a guy.
Or name ceremony or no or you can't do anything. And Mugabe
we a guy, but
yes. When Muhammad described this country as a crime scene, people did not understand that the economy was criminally mismanaged. People did not understand. But this is just a tip of the iceberg.
This is justification.
That is just one dot of an institution. You nimpo nda hono. Obitimi tia taxpayers man no man or autonomous tia gun private account company account no then he would then pay the service provider.
But he has not been smart. It's traceable. It's a simple way.
No, when I work as on yes, no, they only so a smart time will be
for the smartness.
The smartness. Mugabe
creative company. Now we tier contractor. Now why the business Abansika? That was our company. That what for
yes.
And it's unthinkable.
The criminal activities are huge. Or I know they are catch see over 20 billion. Calculation on me calculation on me Mugabe. This country is going to internet some nankopon or person or more new guasia or more long road to pull. Some media no more paint akufa the so no dey or you sra about for na mo dey buy. And you made your mama to look bad in the eyes of his own people. You see sometimes some Mugabe you chrome her. Before Mananado even left office, Auditor General report alone found out that financial malfeasance require over 50 billion. We meant to make you one peswa 50 billion. Where the Central for the number means our figures we never have a catch them. Now we are hearing that with it and now Okanyama Miansa. Look at the National Service girl. How on earth will a girl make sure that you put ghosting up to 81,000?
Too much.
We are doing pass when they trace, almost trace Skytrain no come Mauritius, no more there's no in the company, fake company, and the one. So how did you pay the $2 billion? Just only the $2
million.
$2 million. They just only the kind of corner of fair chain of some trees, Canada bag and on chair.
Create low tension.
Yes, and that is why I'm telling that one person they set a private company as against the government one, and they use that private company as a conduit. That is what is happening to this country.
Let me see enough.
I am fully in support of the Attorney General, the indefatigable Dominic Akuritinga with his tough your friend is name. Yes, Akuritinga. And you know why they are doing this? They are doing it with so much confidence because the president has given them all his powers.
Blank
check or someone coso say chrono dia but what's your case say people should know that your mama's own appointees when they still out come
and
after them.
if any of the appointees should do like the way Kwame did,
he will come after them.
Come after you.
She Mugabe, I'm not people don't understand John Dramani Mama. I've said it, let me say it all the time. You know what? President John Dramani Mama is begging God to allow his people to steal. We know how he will deal with them. You know, anyone. People don't know what is in the president's head. The president would prosecute you without blinking an eye. He wants to set a standard that to be a yardstick to measure any government that comes in future after him. So any appointee, I can say it's a field day, 1 day for master, or is it what? Every day for votive man, 1 day for master. Look, the president John Mahama is not going to let our appointees know. We all want to benefit. No one is saying that. It's how offensive. Genuine work. No one. In fact, Ghanaian people know.
Because under MPP, you can declaration of asset as a way in the constitution. Yeah, John Mahama, or instructing one man appointees in United Assets by ending of this month. That is 31st March. Yeah. One declare asset you be in trouble. No. And another do I emphasize the way and see any unity amount of what me realize.
Look, Mugabe Janani come be now. I don't know. He didn't come to rule. We've said it several times. He wanted to be a president. He has been it. Or pursue Jaro play no to say was when Jaro play. Then also don't worry about to play no Jaro. Open. Don't worry. Look, this 7.5 million. What did Otunfo do? Otunfo is going around soliciting for money to heal Kolebu.
No,
to heal Okonfanoche. 10 million, yes, 10 million. What this guy has done is more than it could heal Kolebu and other hospitals. Dialysis. People died less than $1 million.
Koko Azar can say corruption. It destroys the system. The political system and its stability. You right up on it. We can. This have to.
But this is serious.
No,
it's very serious.
And the MP
that is just signal below one person.
Very greedy.
And this man is a reverend fellow, a reverend man. We're a pastor. Not Timmy. Okay, Director of Communication. What was his constituency? In the constituency name.
Afutu Senya.
Afutu Senya for a person bomber bas woman voter man. That was one of the happiest thing I wanted. He wanted to run under the cover of Parliament. The illness is saying, well, I see 32 flats. The communications director the place built 32 flats with less than 4 years. And you know, what's up with CBC? Is it one of the water resorts? This was someone who was sleeping in the wife's kitchen.
No, in the kitchen.
I'm not kind. Was saying that. Oh, you don't get it. The wife and then listen to me, Mugabe. Listen to me. The wife said they were at the sister's place. Not dying on I had to say boo is something small.
I didn't say kitchen.
You say kitchen.
That's to you.
Yes, and the luxury cars that were published.
You talk about that.
You understand? So if you do these things and tell us that we are self-made people, Mugabe should say, we say, yeah, Jumama, since what time we met at Mintie up to today, Barbara Laji, Surgo, you name them. No one in Ghana, and Ghana for only genius, we Jumana say, we be sued dying 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. People know this and they are good, they know. But not to say that Tim has got 10 houses in less than 4 years.
That's why.
Tim has that in Sandema, he has that in that. In less than this John Mama administration 4 years.
It's too much.
How?
Kwambe.
And look at areas now, properties in Wono. These are plush areas, Laboni, Cantonment, Uyarifa, Estate. And the estate no Siana. No, I done estate developer now.
Gated.
You have bought so many houses, and yet we could not feed our students in school. Our students in school were owing arrears. We could not help people die as a result of dialysis. We could kolebua. With the emergency call, with the emergency call, na nipa no ambulance. We normally drip us. Because there's no bed, there's nowhere the fellow to sleep. And one fellow will take this money. And people attach us saying, here the guy has rather violated our rights.
He was on a sample chastising Collins Dauda. And then the Jibril, the chief director. That day I was, in fact, he finished that interview and I stepped in as a and he was just taking them to the clinics.
Ghanaians listen to us on your program, Mugabe. They should not join that madness out there to defend any MPP man. And the MPP people who have not got Mamu Sharan upon Kotna Road, you so and a nipa back now they want to be citizens. Say Martin and you don't know a British passport. Until no final would have seen them there. And now Uti Attorney General said they've interviewed over 50 people. This is just a tip of the iceberg. People now they gagan to another ban say a chair because Kevin Foretta has a lot to tell the people of this country.
But I say Honorable Timothy Atabuari a winter my ambassador can say Safari Valley Eco Resort or Madaro Makamote train your Dichmedi Ebro would do so you are. We say yes, we do birthday, we could do honeymoon, one also do any Easter Abbey. Any nuanum Muslimi fatal we are Ibenya Monday holiday, Tuesday holiday, a long weekend. I just say Friday and you may know or bookie reservation bibia edit them and the obeda and panasu and papa who room on so ultimately say yes, bibia ed the neat eduane so local and continental dishes environment once you very, very conducive here the tour gas near the electric cars a siwo near the unam your forest simu jata sebo zebra ne antelope na hwe nyina ebumpe we na apede ye wo swimming pool ne gem so ewo asoye ho hwe Safari Valley Eco Resort akira kwan ewo dawo in the eastern region omo okre constituency. Call them on 059-6914-394 059-6914-394 ofra omo ebeje oso. Dr. Mwako the Victory Garlic Mesa and a boy and a way when you been out boy boy and Mamoja Timidini Pedrian of Sunny ye papa make blood circulation will be our immune system on our form when your Victory Garlic Mesa and our boba a boy with still immune system no Emma Nipediano Ejan and Naso Brani will be on number 2 to me any dear Dianis or cry or con red Dianino Rebecca's a loss of appetite when your Victory Garlic Mesa and been out ma a boy ye papa pharmacy shop Heba shop be ubenyebi wo ye oba ukonvichire no aya se board dwedwedwe pe Victory Garlic Mesa ni benanum ebetumi aboa for Dr. Mwako 0201 293280 0201 293280 0242 545633 0242 545633 ofra wobeje wo so wodi wani ekire pharmacy shop Heba shop bia okwa se Mugabe se mimisa se me pe Victory Garlic Mesa. As natural mineral water and supani Sabri holidays ye be spend long weekend and the menu and Muslimi for Baraka de Salo, Baraka de Sala, no when ya a year as natural mineral water ni be mu break fast and amu de breaki and ye drew die mo dear and ye say no money and no more and no money and no more ebi kumponchi kunkoko ni mrai ne keka hu nyina bon say yes in sure ye de iman 464 ne ebenum nyina no and yes come in media or no the ensure pie as natural mineral water alaji afabu adabraka of free a year boom constituency alaji salamu alaikum jase kanfo no dollar man champion dollar man alaji kadel tanko champion dollar man no nyina as natural mineral water no enu no mo enum uraye maame ma fosi na nurse fia as natural mineral water near the serve we do Jubilee House wa enu a wumpensu we na opensu oben we do any kire me come shop bia obenya as natural mineral water ni biato sanso na aba SYZ Broadcasting Limited ha ye 37 Abibisi Street Ewusu the heart of Accra uba benye bi free 0596273546 0596273546 ofra ye beje wo so Moses Clinic and Herbal Center na FA ye na di medical capsules dia beti di ni ye Medi Garlic Capsules, Champion Medi Moses, Champion Doctor, Ninu nyina yi nu papa, Medi Garlic Capsules unya bina wo boba, eboa ye papa boa mamoje timidi ni pedua ni mofrisa na yi. Obi onante kakra bia na wote so, wose ananse acheme na ananse acheme nsa. Unya ye Medi Garlic Capsules ni bina boba, ebetumi aboa ye papa boa san bistu immune system no ema ne ma koyie e de ma. Kope bi nanom ebetumi aboa wo. Unya obi awo eye prostate emema no. Unya na wo so de ni kire papa na so ye ho a obehwa ma oduru a betumi aboa na asa wo prostate no so ye de ede ama wo. Sexual weakness enfanfa eye alaja lidu anase ono aboti motifi. Sexual weakness de wodi woni kire Medi Moses so a ubenya anu aduru. Hypertension na hawo eye male and female infertility, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke and dental problems biano wodi woni kire Medi Moses Clinic and Herbal Center. Osa obetumi ama ayaresa kodwa free subire so ene eye ni subire so wo mo nyina wo se Mugabe sexual weakness ne de ye de ne kire Medi Moses so na oboa Mugabe papa ni nuro no ebo adwuma yie papa nti kwaso ane ka jogum ni di ho adanse esan se ye ebo adwuma makoso me wo fa se free ye ni na mommo adwuma adenta barrier ni police station ni di hwe ni mu Kumase wa hema kokoben aje koju ye ni school for the deaf ni di hwe ni mu AESL building inside the Ghana Highway Authority yard e Accra Ministries won so bi hu yen e wo ho fe no 0244068447 0244068447 ofra ye beje so Power Specialist Eba Hospital. Utidi no say Power Specialist Eba Hospital. Hepatitis A, B, C, D, and I be netetewa. Fatty liver, sciatica, prostate, and I don't penny baby na teach my ulcer, components, minimum fibroid, minimum by a CB, you are with the energo, how in a tuetra. For each the Power Specialist Eba Hospital. Obama Ayarisa, Kumasi Ufia, Selig Busumchu Quantimbono, so I will put two jack continents of Quanaso. You need just both filling station and a day and Shenimu. And Cranso Cabenia Pukua CCP Quantimpono, so be hu yen e wo takra de wanaje estate ye be yanaje MA primary school no fe na ne maami edu ya ntwetwe nkomo on 0244544422 0244544422 ofra ye beje so Hebron Hills International School was say excel and shine oba no won nge ekwesi 5 years ye be man Montessori entity na bibia konkan de ama oba no learning materials ni bibia free United Kingdom and ye de kire nkoda na de achechefo no so wo mofra no wabotre papa school ano wono free Memo and Wababi B school no Tiachef no Ubia din Mrasu and Juma or Banco school no and Medra Numero no fe pra mefi sans discipline and Casancasano a dear a year Juma Elho lower and upper primary admission course from September Kai na JHS no so a year ready admission now at the amount of Basa wote maybe to say Ajinko Toku woti kofikwe ene papa se moamowo eye Macedonia Sapema ene Mpatemu Pobiman Damas Estate Kwans Estate ene Aduajiri nsawam ene Mpatemu nyina no the only school ye bebo aba no ewo Gan West amasama constituency no ewo Media ebe Media Presbyterian eye church ne pe school needing the Hebron Hills International School say excel and share you mako nyina da woro na teach da ye de dwumadie e de ebrewo ewo baby a uwo na wo so wagebra wutie menu abo ache ne sebega mo nyina mo wo Radio Gold ncha kese nkoma musan so na ankala to ahoy ncha kese nkoma ene awie migire se bibia boko ene ansane abusuani nyina no mechacha mo nyina ene the ahoy family yankopon shamo na onye mo kese well you move on afi no yen hwe yen last year topic afi yen eresini ebisi afano Addison the no yedika kwa Dubai ho so now no let's move to Addison afi no finally the Black Stars against Madagascar no so no match no the Black Stars no way back in Senegal 1992, Tunisia 94, Oko South Africa 1996, and then Keka home your modern buyer ball on the African soil. Your first appearance in the World Cup in 2006, you saw call South Africa 2010, you call Brazil 2014. Now here modern ball, you sign call your boy home modern call Qatar. Which we say on the African soil, baby, I'll be Rebiano around the globe will be Ghana then atom. Enra my massacre, demolition exercise at its best. Ewo Morocco, the Black Stars of Ghana, Omutume share a year Madagascar for no 3-0. Ya just ultimo say yes, Black Stars spirit no jo mama, race etino a year Juma Kofi Adams and in penny for and the Abbey Stephen Apia, the technical team, your bomu nyina ba so coach Utuado and in Mirantiano. So far so good Mate Ghana for nyina enim yɛbɛba hɔ so ne ahwɛ ne ɛwɔ hɔ. So honorable Alido Famisha say Addison and Black Stars.
Black Star, first of all, me person me commend Kofi Adams. Let me say sometimes say you appoint grassroots nipa sebi on party for Kofi Adams is one of the people. Many Kofi Adams are Juma closely as staying president now on our regional Central Regional Youth Organizer. Yes, he started from Central Region. Now that time we chair they were at this other college. So many know. He's one person who respects regardless of who you are.
No more friendly teacher Adams.
And that is one key thing that is making him survive within the political space. He had his own difficulties along the line. Now, as a politician, sometimes you encounter those things.
It makes you stronger.
How you manage it will determine your next line or your future within the political space. And I think that he has done well. He has been able to navigate regardless of those crises and problems within the political space. What he may navigate. Today, he's occupying a very critical and important institutions of state, Ministry of Youth and Recreation. In fact, sports is one thing that me now first me pay sports pa me timi nanti free tanker slide on foot to Accra Sports Stadium anytime Asante Kotoko any house of folk or mobile. Now say na me support Kotoko. Me Kotoko
support to go team.
Kotoko support. That's that time no all say Yaya Kasum na or tankers line or tankers line. Idi Amin so or tankers line.
Okay.
Now Yaya Kasum or Bo Kotoko. Idi Amin or Bo has.
Okay.
And one of the days now has any Kotoko forever. Yaya Kasum former Kotoko player.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Or me brother Penny.
Okay.
Now more like in my useful day no or free Kumasi now or bana or Tinani fee a chair. Opposite the house no na yo me fee metimi ba bontie betina gotan na me hwe. And so sometimes recently me na me say hey you see life sometimes that is all our life. It sports nama deep sports echi but only me follow politics soon. Maybe who say these are two critical and passionate areas. Now you are not careful, you can have a heart attack. So me decided say I will choose the politics and then ignore the football. Until since then no, I refuse to follow with passion football. But I think that recent development within our football system it is fantastic, and what I think is doing the magic is motivation.
Yes.
Black Star omuye train Accra no omampeni ankasa eko share.
Yes.
And he made it clear to them every citizen of this country has his heart following you. You pemu, you don't. And so when you go and you don't perform, you break the heart of many of the citizens of this country. Because they respect and recognize the role Nipano play.
Was it they play well for clubs?
When you do that, it encourages the people. And that is exactly what John Mama did. Kofi Adams I listened to him, Okacho say, we shall come back. But when we are coming, we are not coming like this. But I'm not going to put out how we are going to come. And from my deduction, meaning say or the motivation, you see, most of these footballers, and so it is for the love of the country, and at least recognizing the city, the Ghana as a country, as a state. Recognize you but the state must also appreciate what they are doing. In fact, say state no kura nisika, say obetu but you engage them man to man and you speak to them, they will go out and do it. I am sure there is something wrong in the past, and if management of the Ghana Football Association and the ministry will take time to engage the players one after the other, they will understand why the players will behave. Me I can't say for video be Accra Sports Stadium omo last match na boy you see blaster for the NDC for NDC ni MPP on, but that is not the
assembly making statement be say Owe Party who plays for Arsenal in the Premier League or England or omo ye adibiti and krum former omo free sesade no ya and do baby or ye na be say we here time.
Okay.
So say he is from the eastern part of Ghana.
Okay.
That is Krobo
area. Okay.
And Kufa do more moko yi omo light. We say because of Akoso Mumu.
Those that is
omo light mutu ani ade for. You could try omo meters omo dasumu over by 3 weeks.
So in protest he decided that okay.
Yes. Nti mimi nkrofo a omo menihwe omo me ma me na me papa ni me mu nyina no. Area ho eno omo ye de omo and when says ade no e ma nipa ba kon ehwe no nkwa
e
was incident
me doubt say Kofi Adams will succeed where he is. You know why? Anybody who humble himself and respect anyone who come his way, that person is difficult for that person to fail. And Kofi Adams is one of the appointees. I believe strongly that he will leave behind a legacy in that ministry. Mami Gacho, when him say, but the management team, GFA, on paying phone, Baku or my schoolmate too.
Okay.
Fred Achi.
Oh, Fred
Champon, where Mfansapim year group. Now me was science class, but where general art. Fred Achi.
Fred is my very good friend.
Yes.
I travel with him on
a very quiet guy. And I want to beg
and I like to know sports presenter.
Okay,
from 2000 to 2000.
You see, he contested MPP.
He lost. Winning no
but I beg Kofi Adams, even though we MPP now contested.
Why you do drama? Maybe you call you. Why you do drama? We are on the Sunyani.
Yes. He but his Ashanti is a constituency within Ashanti. It is a stretch going to exactly. Yes. Where meet, but I think that he has some expertise within that field. So Kofi Adams, regardless of where he belongs, there's expertise we have. And I think that one thing that I've also seen working. Kofi Adams is opening an open door system.
Yeah.
And he made a point that Omo Asebiu Ghana for a say or a problem football. He thinks that person can be a solution to football problems and that statement was pregnant with meaning. So it simply means that he has an understanding of the way or the path he wants to chart. I wish him well, and I think that so far the Black Star have really proven that the setting, resetting of Ghana, they are in line with that. I commend them and congratulate the team together with the management team. Randy Abbey,
Stephen
Appiah.
And the technical.
Randy Abbey so no nonsense.
Fantastic.
On he does it. You see, Nipa said you on pese ube kasa na me. Udi ningwase bekanu. He always want to do what is right. So when the issues of mania, you see, he boldly said that he did not even take one
cent. When it comes to corruption,
you see, and so I am happy because Randy want to see this administration succeed.
Fantastic.
And so whatever path they will chart, they will do it in a manner that will save the good people of this country. Right. And I think that as for the World Cup, the Black Star is almost there.
Canada,
we hope and pray. Canada, Mexico, and America. We are almost there.
5 points.
Yes, but they will consolidate that. And the way they are playing, you see serious football being played. That is the Ghana we know. And I beg Kofi Adams, he should reintroduce. He has been in secondary school. He has taught in secondary school. He should reintroduce the course team, and then he should consolidate the school. You see, the nature of the Free Senior High School has made it even difficult for those sporting activity within the secondary school to even strive. In the past, the likes of this former Chelsea player, Michael Essien, St. Augustine. He was a player in St. Augustine. Sule Mutari, and the sports guys, Aziz Zakari was in Infansipim. He's a 100 meters runner. Moses Kuda. All of them were coming from the schools, and they were making impact within the sporting arena in our country. All of a sudden, these people came and killed all those initiatives. I want to encourage Kofi Adams, please work around as we try to reset the Free Senior High School. Pitches, just trust Gideon and then the Sports Authority Manyao Ampofo Anka. Fantastic guy. When he collected it, the day he collected his appointment letter, I saw him. I was entering into Flagstaff, he was coming out. In fact, it's like Jubilee House. It's a Flagstaff House. The official communication from Felix, I saw that they indicated Flagstaff House. Now? Yes, official statement I will issue him, Flagstaff House. So, now it's like that day, one fakano and Urai. And so, when you parked at the main, where the clinic is, then you have to walk to the security side. You leave your gadget there, then you go inside. But at least I was entering and then he was coming out. I saw him, and it was that night. But the green letter, then you will show it like this. But it was that night that I heard of the green letter. So it simply means that he went and picked the green letter, the powerful green letter. So I commend them and I commend Kofi Adams. Kofi Adams, continue to be down to earth. You go places, you continue to succeed. The grassroots, you continue to respect them. They will pray for your success. And all the prayers will not fail. It will follow you and you will survive in that ministry.
Very well. Happy birthday and come Prophet Dallas Kessie of Arena Holy Fire Temple. That was Sacramento, Brooklyn. Maybe I will be an area water. Kese on come away free a year where we are the poso him out. Very well, Honorable Timothy, my main was side nothing, Yamfa, Bibi Amre.
First of all, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, National Security Corps, Nifino, it wasn't a raid. They didn't raid his house. It was a search done in accordance with legal processes. The amount for just we say it was no one raided his house. In any case, if the house is supposed to be raided, it will be raided because it's raided in the name of the people of this country. But no one raided the house. It was a search in accordance with the constitutional provisions, and that was what was done. If it was raided, then they would have only paid those few things. So the journalists and those who want to paint national security black should stop using the word raid. They are working, and it's not raid. And Addison, and can say, we'll come and search him. Why won't we search him? Debbie, any sample, you are the only governor of the Bank of Ghana who has run this government, the bank, into bankruptcy. No one has ever done that. Yes. You are the governor who violated the act saying that without parliamentary approval, you are the only one. So we'll come there and look for what to use the money for. So omukonya basket a de swap so esika o hono campaign with the swap so esika o fie. What is name man ko e don hono? If there was no money, why would you call it? Woko bang na fresh no. I am the paper be wrapped. Now, if you know why you use papers, no be on ma. Because it's cannot buy. Do you get my point? Do you get the point I'm making? Look at your bottle of cigar. There will be a paper wrapping it. Yes. And if I come to your house, then you see the plate. Then I'll see that those things are dotted. Won't I suspect that it's money? Because it's only for money. And you see, people should not tell the national security how to operate. And I don't want the issue that the national security should buy into the issue that they are coming to explain to people. They are coming to explain to them all. These are thieves. You don't explain to thieves.
No, they are explaining to Ghanaians.
They are explaining, yes, but it should not be
driven by perception.
It is driven not by perception, but by criminal intent.
No,
of some people who are Russian,
and it is a government
to make sure they give the government a bad name.
Exactly.
We know them,
so we have
they
to
can write, they cannot hide. So that is it. But the most important thing is that any public officer will mount any public office. No, we are coming after you through forensic audits in accordance with what? With the law of this country. So at any time, if the court or the attorney general will feel say, me court, na me call you warrant, be such a team, be such a large, be such a Mugabe, be such a anyone, they will do that without fear or favor. Aha, if you are also
say to Agongo, we are buying
contract.
Aha, but when you are buying, almost say almost saying, almost say almost.
Almost the bank in Omukola.
Exactly.
So after what happened, it was in line with law. Into no kasa no
na turn the bank kwa wankasa wa Ghana.
Na Bank of Ghana governor
you collapse in the bank.
Na asem so kwa no you found any guilty. Yet Ghana ha. Na tia fanyo markets mo so mo kasa.
Exactly.
The Bank of Ghana, the governor of the Bank of Ghana. His brother is a fine lawyer. His brother, Mr. Addison, he's a good lawyer, he's a fine lawyer. Why is his brother not defending? Why is the brother not going to his aid?
My senior mover.
And to come to yes, even the pink sheet case, I don't want to defend. Even pink sheet case was leading way. So people should know what we are talking. Yes.
So I did defending and I won't follow.
The man knows his standard.
Attach your woman.
That is his brother's attach. I didn't lead the pink sheet case. In fact, he fought. Let me use the word. He fought Chikata.
Attach and of course says we are Mudiano. MPP.
We can say they are also Waja MPP. No. Ken
by all standards, he's a good lawyer.
Jose John.
The junior Addison knows that if his brother is in trouble, I'll go and defend him, and they respect him. He has the status of a good cover. You understand? Yes. So people should look at that. Secondly, see the football. Senegal 92. I am winning cup Nama. Some of us who have moved from football because there's a kind. One of you heart attack. I used to love football that I can even give commentary. And no came talking about Kofi Adams and then Randy Abe. Look at these two personalities. Kofi Adams, the first time I met Kofi Adams, I didn't know him, was in Bolga, youth conference.
That is we are going to say Haruna second.
Okay, I wanted to contest for the regional one, but this one couldn't find it's bad. But I was standing about the kind of person, and now Kofi Adams moved to me and told me that Minkos be his representative to watch.
Yeah.
That was the first time. In fact, he just moved to me.
I'm not trusting me,
sir. Straight. He just moved to me straight. You see? And since then, I've been monitoring him. He has done perfectly well as a special aid to the president, the former president John Rawlings. He has done his perfect gentleman. He does deep analysis.
No, within deputy general, within the party he had an issue.
No, I don't even want to.
And also actually, that's what I'm saying, that in life
they make you stronger,
and that is what determined today his future.
Yes.
You see, and he conducted so. He's a classical example of people who, when you are a member of a party,
difficulties.
You must look at Kofi Adams. He did not misconduct himself, but you see, those who misbehave, and instead of them to look at it and remedy it, they decided to continue. You see, they are they have been destroyed. The life of Mibodi.
Shana. So Kofi Adams, I've known him, I've monitored him. Hard-working guy, respectful guy. He's always smiling, even on with that
vetting. His second vetting, vetting me call inside the vetting room, and when I entered, he looked at me. He told the chairman that this guy, you don't need to vet him. This guy is true, and this.
Yes.
So they only made me to raise the Quran. And then I swear that the information I provided, then I walked out. Kofi Annan just told them. He said, this guy there.
And for
so what can you do as a party person?
For Randy will succeed. You know why? Randy is very critical.
He's very critical.
He's a critical guy. And one person can ask him. So you see, one of the things they become maybe share Randy with and I said Randy will succeed because Randy wants to. It's a big opportunity given to him by President John Dramani Mahama, and Randy will succeed. He's going to turn around the cocoa sector in round. He's going to turn and revamp it to the surprise of people because, like we said, he's a good communicator. He interviews people, critical, he raise them out into a better direction.
But if he doesn't take the cocoa board, the grassroots, how to handle them, he will handle them well. The former board had issues because of the way.
I don't want to go there, but very well. Randy has that sense of the grass. He knows what the grassroots can do, and he will handle them well. He will handle them better than other CEOs who will not handle them. No, he knows. I don't want to even mention the names that he said. But Randy has studied the grass. He knows that he has a job too. Sometimes I simply say,
two tasks ahead of cocoa sector and then the sport.
Critical
chairman of the black
serious, and he will turn it around. Trust me.
He will take us to what?
Trust me, he will turn it around because no person legacy man no kasa no.
Very well.
And he will not like someone to pinpoint figure and tell that no honor the man no kasa bebre no. He will turn the cocoa sector around. He will make sure that the sports they do whatever they want to do.
Well.
So we all pray for them, and my brothers. You bomb more. We always remind them in our prayers and ensure that they lead Ghana to where Ghana has not been in 80 years.
Very well. Madam Maase, na maka say baby I will be at the will be no Bratton the corner where you are. Nobody thought say Accra has to folk on goalkeeper. Asari Benjamin and then you be number one goalkeeper the Ama Black Stars.
I say 32
years. You will be a almost a break. At his age, he has the experience and then what that push and lack and so on the side.
A moment
match continues. Intimation.
Time I may follow ball.
The guy is good.
Robert Eshen, Stanley Abura, Kofi Boachi. There's one Boachi or
yeah.
That time we started football. Thomas Boachi.
Yeah.
That time Debra, any Shamokwe.
I know.
Well, I first say I am Medal Honorable Timothy Atabuade, a interim former member of Parliament for Busa, North Sandema in the Upper East Region, Moteneka, and a former PRO Edema Hajj Board, and also NDC National Communication Team member, and Chemubehunu Jubilee House. Na Mobeti Honorable Timothy Sunu Nigri Letebe ready and just your mama hand with you. What do you say? Oh, dear me found Bokina, Nakoka Ibrahim to Areho, Amomba Ejumano. And you know, see, Cassiabo, Ena Eba, Chinayamea dominating Kwema at exactly 2 p.m. The boss of Besha say, power, now for Bonomi and Saya Suya Jagua, TVS was at Nepo FM. Mamunina Mo, NT.